goes Green, a shot at it for the Bison. That's vintage Longstaff. And flooding with the shot. Selby, that's going to be a goal, surely. Great save once by Steve, bodies on the floor.
Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second disc of the EPL Playoff Finals DVD, and it's the second semi-final of what should be an absolute cracker between the Basingstoke Bison and the Guildford Flames. I cannot wait to see how this one pans out. If it's anything like the Cup semi between the two, it's going to be tight, it's going to be contentious, but most importantly, it's going to be exciting for all the fans. And joining me in the commentary box, as ever for this one, it's Lee Jones. Lee, it's that great derby between the two sides back out on the ice.
It is, you know, it's the M3 derby with the M40 in between it, and for me, I think there's only one team that's going to win this tonight.
Oh, that's an interesting call very early in the game for you all, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how that one pans out. Let's start by talking about the Basingstoke Bison and the season overall. Second in the league again, but most importantly, I think for most of those fans in Hampshire, 14 years of waiting for silverware all come to an end with a victory in that EPL Cup final. How much confidence will that give this team going into this game?
Oh, you know, for sure it's going to fill them with a lot of confidence, and they've actually had a really good season, the Bison, this year. Coached by Shepherd, you know, and the hockey, although it might not have been the most inspiring hockey to watch all year, it's been effective. It's ended up winning them a trophy in their 25th anniversary year. It's ended that wait for the Bison fans. Tonight, I think they could be progressing.
Let's have a look at the Guildford Flames as well. Really has been an up and down season for those guys from Surrey. So often dominating, so often in control. This year's been a completely different year here in Guildford. At the end of the day, the imports at the moment haven't fired on the ice, so it's two British players at topping the points. But that's just a small percentage of what's happened to Guildford this year. And their fan base will always come here in numbers. They'll be hoping to take home a trophy this year.
They will be, you know. It's been a tough year for Guildford. Let's you know, looking at the injuries they've had to a few key players. Jez London didn't play half a season after his world was rocked by Chris Wiggins. But they lost Ricky Plant as well to the Telford Tigers, who have splashed the cash a little bit to getting him, and it's just affected them and stopped them in their tracks. You know, they had decent momentum at the start of the season. The injuries, losing Ricky Plant, it's just topped it off for them really, and like you say, their fans will want them to come here and make the final.
Indeed. Let's have a look at our keys for the game. These of course can be players, there can be in particular bits of the team. Let's have a look at the Basingstoke Bison first of all. What's going to be the key to their game tonight?
For me, I think it's going to be Doug Shepherd. Is he going to step up and be the import player on the ice that's going to get them a goal or two? Are the guys going to be able to look to him and say, where are we going with this, Shep? What's the game plan? I think he can be, but he's not shown it all year. And for me, he needs to this weekend.
Doug Shepherd as well, also looking for that famous R word we always use every year, redemption. I'm sure the replay will play over the top of this as last year's penalty shot from last year, which I think is still actually travelling out towards IKEA as we speak. It was an unfortunate moment for him, it bobbled on the stick and went over the bar. He'll be looking for redemption. I'm going to go somewhere else in this Bison team. I'm going to go for Aaron Connolly. I think he's been an absolutely action-packed player this year in Basingstoke. Yes, I put my heart out there. Yes, I do work for the Bison. Yes, I do a lot for the Bison. But I don't care about that. As a neutral, Aaron Connolly is the type of British player you want to see in this game. Hustle, bustle, check, goals, hits, scores, misses. He does everything. And if he can turn up tonight and get his teammates fired up around him, it could be a different story. Let's now go to the Guildford Flames. As ever in Guildford, there's plenty of keys you can pick. Certainly all the mansions have them. Which one are you going to go for with Guildford?
Well, for me tonight, I think we've got to look at David Longstaff. He's not had a season to write home about, but he got the clutch goal last weekend against Telford to get them to the finals weekend. And it's players like that, it's experience like that on your team that can step out and go, sorry guys, I got this, I'll get us into the final. Longstaff, for me, could hold a little bit of a key to the game for Guildford. If he gets trapped behind the net like he has done throughout the season, could be a tough match for them tonight.
For me, I'm going for maybe the biggest disappointment of the season. That's the returning Marcus Christopherson. You saw him line up for those Manchester Phoenix, and my God, was he a player. He ripped defences apart and really turned it on. This year in Guildford, he's been nothing. I'll be honest with you, I've been really disappointed. Everybody thought it was the second coming. Unfortunately, I think we're going to be waiting more and more and more. The thing is, though, he turns it on that ice tonight. He changes this into a completely different game. And on that note, we're going to go to our predictions for tonight's game. And I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think the Bison will win tonight. I think the Flames have just got that little bit more. Not across the lines, but I just think there's going to be a few guys who are going to turn up for Guildford tonight, and they're going to do the business. And it heartens me, and I'm really sad to say, Flames are going to pinch this by 1. I'm sorry, I feel it.
Wow.
Lee?
I've got it going the other way, if I'm honest. Not by 1, but I've got the Bison by 2 tonight. I just think that over the 3 lines, the Bison have just got a little bit too much for Guildford. They've got secondary and third scoring, and they've not had that in the past. Key for the Bison, if they're going to win this game, get goals early on Rockman, because he's going to be a shaky goalie if he is the one to start. If Guildford are going to win this game, their big players are going to have to step up and nullify the Bison threat.
So here's the lineups for this evening's game then. The Basingstoke Bison, having finished second in the regular season, they're nominally the home team, and they line up as following. In 4 is Matt Selby, Kurt Reynolds wears 7, 9 is Andrew Melacarino, in 11 is Zach Sullivan, 14 Cam Wynn, Joe Baird is 15 and assistant captain with Miroslav Van Trober in 18. Captain and 27 is Nicky Chimwell, Doug Shepherd the player coach is 28. 25 is Connor Standing, he's one of the netminders. 44 Thomas Karpov with Dean Skins in 45, the other netminder. Danny Ingoldsby wears 57 with Aaron Connolly in 63 and as assistant captain. 81 is Carl Graham, 86 Joe Ram with Kieran Long in 89, Stuart Mogg in 94 and Joe Green rounds off the Bison in 97 for the Guildford Flames this evening. Number 4 is Neil Lydiard, 6 David Savage, Martin Obertovsky in 7 with Stuart Potts in 14. Andy Hemmings wears 16 with Tom Duggan and assistant captain in 19. Player coach Paul Dixon wears 22, while David Longstaff, who's just received an award as part of his outstanding contribution to Great British Ice Hockey, wears 25 and will captain the Flames. Nicky Watt in 27, 28 Marcus Christopherson. The 2 netminders for you now, 29 James Hadfield and Greg Rockman in 30, 33 Branislav Kavetin, 36 Joseph Kahut, 47 Dean Skins, Dean Campbell in 40, Ben Campbell even the Sorgy in 48, 58 Rick Skeen and 82 is Jez London. Referee Matt Thompson has his arm in the air. And we're underway in the second semi-final of the EPL playoff weekend. It's the Basingstoke Bison in the white and red and silver against the Guildford Flames in the navy, red and blue. First play of the game is an icing call, 8 seconds in. The Bison, of course, wearing retro jerseys to reflect their 25th anniversary season, wearing the initial colours of the Basingstoke Beavers all those years ago, before the word Beavers couldn't be used as a nickname for an ice hockey team.
Everyone loves a Beaver.
Here we go then, Sullivan with the shot, looking to get through some traffic, and Rockman holds it up. Hemmings drives his man into the border and a penalty straight on the play there. Already on the whistle there is Andy Hemmings against his former team. 2 minutes for boarding coming up, and the Bison 18 seconds into the game go on a 2-minute power play.
Something Guildford can't afford to do is give the Bison a chance on the power play. They have been deadly in the last 6 weeks on the power play. The addition of Kieran Long after Joe Miller left has given them an extra dimension on their lines, and he'll be back on the point with Van Trober.
He is indeed. Karpov is out there along with Greener and Melacarino as the Bison try and keep it in the zone through Long, and he does. He finds Karpov. Greener goes in behind the net, but it's back out to Long. Watch for him to let fly, and Van Trober. It's Long with the first one. Melacarino in front, can't quite get there, and the Flames are able to clear it with 1 minute and 43 of this power play to go.
Good work by Guildford in front there. The initial shot saved by Rockman. Didn't let the second puck fall to a Bison stick. That's good defensive work.
Forward now comes Karpov, lays it off to Long and just about keeps it alive, and Karpov will take it. Men on the far side, goes for the shot on the backhand, and it comes back off Rockman as the Bison look to rotate around. That was a big shot there by Karpov. Going out, not coming off the glove of Rockman there apparently. Took some sort of deflection.
I thought Rockman actually did get a piece of that. I thought it was a great save by Rockman, if I'm honest, because that looked like it was arrowed for the top corner until he flashed the lever at it.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one myself. Video replay will tell you otherwise. It's not one of those excellent replays like you get on Bison TV though, is it?
Take the hat off.
The hat is well and truly off. I've been told by Guildford fans I have to take it off. Van Trober now in neutral ice for the Bison. Looks to the big cross ice Bison, finds it to Connolly, who dumps it in under pressure from Dixon, and Shepherd will go into the battle in the corner. Up against London, plays it off, and Joe Rand's there under pressure from Longstaff, but it's Shepherd. Back out to Van Trober, across, man on the shot if it's there. Shot comes in, broken over front, and Longstaff, he nearly got the skate in behind. Great play on the back check there by Doug Shepherd to break that one up. Forward come the Bison again. Connolly with the shot, nearly falls Rockman, and nearly the rebound falling to Joe Rand there as the Flames clear it all the way up the ice with 51 seconds of this power play to go.
I originally thought Connolly was looking for the spinneroo pass to Shepherd, but it turned into being a shot, and in the end an overstretched Greg Rockman Made a great save.
Indeed, the layoff there to Shepherd would have been interesting. Here comes Van Trober forward, sets the shot off, goes for the 5-0. Doesn't get too much, but Van Trober's raced forward and Bison have no one on the point as Selby comes on out the change. Rand and Shepherd. Shepherd out on the point, will try and work this one around. Does find a little bit of support from Van Trober in a higher position. Connolly goes down on the play, no call from either official. Van Trober now into a battle with Rand and Shepherd out on the point. Bison keep that one alive very well there as Rand tries to work it back to Van Trober and does so. 15 seconds of power play. Shot comes in. Rotman not really sure where that one is. And luckily for him, one of the Guildford players is able to pick up the pieces of the puzzles, and that'll be a penalty kill.
Yeah, and in the end they've managed to kill the penalty off with 2 seconds left on it with a puck in the Bison end, and it was a good save by Rotman. He just didn't know where the puck was.
What a play there by Melacarino out of neutral ice. He'll use his ski, go on the backhand, takes a dump on the floor from Cavetton as the Flames try and get this one and get control of the game a little bit. They haven't been in the opposition end yet. They'll be desperate to do so with 2 minutes and 35 gone. The Bison still with it though, still with that top line out there as Karpov feeds it across. Shot in front, broken up, and again Reynolds, if he's sensible here, will step on and dump it around the boards. Christopherson letting him know he's there. Long trying to step in and create something out of nothing. Reynolds will be under pressure here from Longstaff, and that could turn over nicely for the Flames. Oh, that was a nasty collision. Duggan going down. He's such a key player for the Flames. Longstaff spots a bit of open ice, skates into it. Will get the layoff to Christopherson. Just bobbles off his stick. Christopherson, fast shot in at the near side there, but Dean Skins is able to deal with that one, and the Bison will look to come forward through Kieran Long. He dances round one, takes a big check on the play there from Cavetton, and the Flames can regroup behind their own net.
Yeah, big hit by Cavetton there, stepping up to nullify the long threat. Good play by Guildford in the Bison end, just couldn't fall to Christopherson's stick.
Forward come the Flames, and that's dumped in hard. It does get a tip, so no call on the play. Baird under a bit of pressure, but it's actually quite a sensible play from him, and the Bison are going to be able to break. Chin in neutral ice now. Wembley time for Nicky Chin here. He was here last year with MK, and it had been a long wait before that as Rand finishes his check on the play. Opatovsky gets away from it with the high stick, and then the shot after the whistle. Connolly's having a few little words about that one in there, and Pickett just seems to be on top of it.
Thing is as well, if you've not played in this sort of atmosphere, it's very hard to pick up the referee's whistle. We're not getting it through the mic, through the headphones that we're wearing. That's because of the noise that's in the arena, and yeah, it can be dangerous, but Skins hadn't turned his back, so there's no need to call anything. And good job, I think Connolly didn't actually go in there, because there's no point in taking a 2-minute minor over
Exactly, that's where you can get it. But hang on, open ice here for Paul Dixon, goes in on the backhand there. Interesting opportunity there for the Bison. They seem happy to let the Flames come forward and through them. And that could be one to watch as the game wears on. If the Bison leave that hole in the gaping hole open, turnover by Sullivan. Unfortunately for Cahoots, he had very little support. He now gets it back behind the net from Hemmings. Man at the net nearly gets it. London does enough to keep it in, dumps it to the corner. Sullivan in a battle there, comes out on the losing side. Baird now forced to use the body. And again, the Bison unable to clear their lines as Opatovsky comes in. That's a big hit there by Baird. The puck disappears out the zone. It could be a bit of a foot race here. Karpov up against London. It misplays 2 of them. And the Guildford are able to get their change with a dumping. Good little shift there by the Flames.
It was a good shift. You know, they got the puck in. They didn't quite get a decent shot out of it. But the key thing is to get some pressure in that Bison end. And they did that there.
Cameron Wynn dumps it forward there, and it's nearly turned over. It was Nicky Watt who was here last year with base there. That's a poor pass though. Stuart Potts steps in. Great play on the back check by Shepherd there to break that one up. And Greener and him work it together, and Shepherd looking for an outlet. Doesn't see one, so he's forced just to take it over the red line and dump it in.
Yeah, that was a good play there by Shepherd on the back check. Not often that we've said that this season on Doug Shepherd. Had a very, very bitty season this year for the Bison.
Oh, hello, that's come off Selby. That's going to be a goal, surely. Great save once by Skeen. Bodies on the floor, men all over the place. It was a poor turnover by Selby, and Van Trober with a too hard a pass just shot off Selby's skates, and it nearly put the Bison in a lot of danger.
Stuart Potts, anyone else, I think you want that puck to fall to. A nice flick there by Longstaff.
Nice flick by Longstaff, lays it back, shot, and that one just goes up into the netting by Tommy Duggan, who straight away isn't impressed with Nicky Chin's follow through. But hey, all of a sudden this could favour Guildford. If they can make it a little bit bitty, they're going to get a few opportunities with 5 minutes and 20 gone here in the first.
Yeah, the Bison can't get involved in a run and gun game, that's for sure. Shepherd said that during the week in the local paper that I've read, and I think he's right. You know, they can't afford to get into a run and gun game with Guildford, because Guildford could outscore them if their big players turn up. If.
Exactly, if, and so many times I think those Surrey fans this year will say they haven't. As Thompson and deals with Chin and Christopherson, they're still skating again, and that's going to be one to watch as well. Nicky Chin, wily old veteran that he is, will be using all his experience to do things like that as Longstaff takes a hit into the boards. Connolly follows in on his man and gets the turnover as Rand will look to try and create something here. Maybe an interference on the play, and it is indeed. Did spot that straight away. Aaron Connolly taking the 2-minute interference call, not really needed. But it does put the Guildford Flames on the power play.
It does, yeah, and that gives Guildford another chance to get a shot away. I was about to say before Longstaff did his nice little Ronaldo flick into Christopherson that if that puck had fallen to anyone else other than Stuart Potts, we could be looking at a 1-goal game early. And do you know what? Even if you just get that off the ground, because Skins was down and out.
That's what Stuart Potts does. He hassles, he harries. Again, he's one of those guys you don't write home about in that Guildford team, unfortunately for him. 10 plus 3 plus 10 this year, only 13 points. Obviously lost his big teammate Ricky Plant. I always wish they'd signed a guy called Charlie Compost just to make the pot plant and compost line, if I'm honest with you. There's any imports called Compost out there, give Guildford a call. Oh no, they need to give Telford a call as well. Oh, can't happen anymore.
I wondered when the first Telford comment was coming. It's taken you 5 minutes and 40 seconds of the second game.
That's a truthful comment. I'm just saying that Rick Plant now plays for Telford. And how much would Guildford love him with 1 minute and 50 to go on this power play? Because last year he was superb for them, getting to the net, putting in the pieces. Now Opatowski comes forward. He's going to try and run and gun it. Dumps it around, looking for the support of Cahoots. As Opatowski takes a big hit from Kurt Reynolds. First line all-star on this one. And the puck disappears up into the Bison bench, but Kurt Reynolds once again, first line all-star this year. He really has continued to step on his game.
He has, yeah, you know, he's a solid defenseman, and the Bison missed him last year in the finals weekend after he broke his leg, unfortunately, in Milton Keynes. And he's a big player for the Bison. He's a great defenseman, and one of those players that we love to see in the EPL and hasn't taken the jump to the Elite League.
Indeed, the Bison coming up with another win in the defensive zone and clear it all the way down the ice. So that's 30 seconds of the 2-minute penalty on Aaron Connolly for interference killed. The Flames would love an opportunity to let David Savage let fly from the point. They've got goal scorers everywhere, and now's going to be a chance for Cahoots. He dances round one, but he can't quite make it. Savage keeps it alive, though. And with the Bison pinching high there, they got the opportunity to take it in. Here come the Flames, working it indeed. Opatowski looking for Cahoots. It falls back. Savage, if he lets fly here, this could get interesting. Sets it up for his coach instead. Back across, and Joe Greener steps in, and he's going to get an opportunity to break away here. Joe Greener short-handed for the Bison. Past the post and wide against Greg Rockman.
That's a poor pass from the coach Dixon there across to Savage, and in a foot race. Last season we'd have said Greener was never going to win that foot race because he didn't have that jump. This year he's got that jump back in his step, and Savage wasn't going to get back at all.
Joe Greener, interesting stat for you, 24 goals here in the regular season. First time he's ever scored 20 goals in a regular season in his British senior career. It's a stat that's astounding everyone, as the Flames will have their power play opportunity still. 35 seconds, it's going to be worked in here by Duggan and Longstaff. They're working it hard together, men on the point. London will get an opportunity to let fly. Dean Skins sees that one all the way. The Bison doing a good job of clearing the men out in front. And with 27 seconds of that power play remaining, the Flames have a face-off in the offensive end.
Yeah, it's something that the Bison D have done well this season, is getting everything out of the way of Skins so he can see the initial shot. It's something that we've criticised Skins on in the past, is that, you know, he drops down that little bit too early, but now that he's seeing the puck all the way, and that's the reason for all that, is because his D are doing a good job in front of him.
7 minutes and 8 seconds here. Savage looked like he was going to wind up, instead laid it off to London. London back to Savage. He'll like it here if he gets an opportunity. Longstaff looking for the layback, maybe a little bit lazy. 17 seconds of penalty left there. Still working it around here, the Flames, as Duggan collects it on the near side. Looks for London for the shot, broken up in front. Just goes past Christopherson at the near side. Back out to Savage on the point. 5 seconds off the power play. Less chance in front. Dean Skins, big pad save here. Bison under pressure as London works it back around to Savage. Longstaff, as the penalty comes to an end, right through the gap. Duggan picks up the pieces. Look at them, they're just sniffing, and Selby having to do work hard there and hold his man. Long goes down, no call on the play. Christopherson comes in over the top on Long. Still the Flames have it in the zone though. That's vintage Longstaff. And he gets no call on the play either.
He looks around for it as well. I thought a little hook had come in.
Oh, great play there by Savage, stepping in and stopping the opportunity. Savage looking for the layoff to Christopherson, and now Chim will collect it. And just the veteran head goes, you know what, let's take control of this. Let's get the line changes and get it all settled with 8 minutes gone here in the first round with the big shot. Rockman forced into putting his hand on the puck there, and a poor turnover by Melacarino there will allow Nicky Watts come, and he dumps it in around. Funny bounce off the boards, left Dean Skins in no man's land. The Flames are looking hungry at the moment as Holland looks to battle for it up against Rand. They do get the come away. Ben Campbell using his speed to break around there. Still got it, lets the layoff, just couldn't get it quite where Branislav Kaveta wanted it. Still in there, Nicky Watts sniffing at the net for Dean Skins, and Nicky Chin now has to take control of this situation.
I mean, the Bison won't be too worried at the moment because Guildford aren't getting any high scoring opportunities in any decent areas, so You wouldn't be too worried if you're a Bison fan at the moment, but we all know that the class that Guildford have got, one time they will get that chance and they will take it.
Well kept in there by Van Trober as Wynn goes into battle against Cavetton. That'll be an interesting one. The youngsters got nothing to lose as Shepherd works hard there to win the puck. Wynn with it behind, trying to turn away from Dixon. Good show of strength early on here as Shepherd and Greener just mix their lines up. Greener still gets it to the net, but it comes all the way out the zone with 9 minutes and 16 gone here in the first. The Bison regroup through Reynolds, and Karpov lays it off neatly, but again it's a poor turnover at the moment. Just to neutralise, it's a little scrappy for both sides. Greener gets the chance to bring it forward. Melacarino tries to turn it around, but Dixon is holding firm, goes over backwards for his troubles as well. Looks very pretty. Give him a 5.2, and the Flames get hold of the puck.
Only a 5.2.
I'm a harsh judge. I'm one of those figure skating judges.
Kieran
Long will no doubt get called for high sticks. They're waved off as Longstaff's able to work it forward. Comes in on Dean Skins, who just plays it off for Baird to try and get rid of. And they do get rid of it, and Karpov's all of a sudden stepped in behind, and Savage has to take the body. Good play there by David Savage to force that one back out the zone as we're halfway through the first period. Long will get his head up now, gets the layoff into Karpov. Is there a man back door? Melacarino wanted it. Great hit on the play to break up that pass there off Karpov.
None other than Tom Duggan in there. He's really key for the Guildford Flames.
Oh, he is. We say it every year. He's just one of those guys that you just comment on every year. He loves these situations. He's a great player. Guildford, that was the signing of the summer for me at Guildford, as Baird now takes it forward with the shot. And that's going to bobble right in front of Rockman, not Bree. But Duggan for me was the signing of the summer for Guildford. He's out. You don't get British talent like him come along every day. And he's proved it this year. Highest ever points total in it with 64, 22 goals, 42 assists. Just proves what a talent he is.
The thing is, he had that year where he was at Manchester, and the Manchester fans, they were a bit Marmite about him. They either loved him or hated him. But you look at players like that around, there aren't many players like Duggan out there who's got so much energy and puts points up as well.
The thing I love about Duggan is he makes the big ice look small. Here comes the Bison. Shepherd winding up. Oh, someone pulled back that elastic band there as he let fly with that. Rockman coming up big in the Flames net.
I was going to say he'll be reloading that one when he gets back to the bench, because I haven't seen that from him this season. But it's always a good thing to shoot from distance on Rockman. We always, we've seen it in the past. Tony Hand, for instance, last year scored from his own blue line against Rockman. There are those key things. Has his eyesight gone? Who knows? But when you're in those high-scoring areas, taking the shot from the distance, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But
testing, exactly, and that's what the Bison are going to want to do with 9 minutes to go here in the period. And off goes Nicky Watt for some reason. Don't know quite what. Maybe a line change. It didn't go down well. He takes the seat. But Rockman, great pick up for the Flames at the end of the day. A real quality netminder. They can just come in and add something to their squad when the other netminders haven't exactly fired on all cylinders this season.
When you refuse to play in a game, then that's pretty much you done, I think.
Anyway, Melacarino looks to dump it forward for Rand. He could get the layoff. That's a great hit by Cavetton, though. Just stood him up, and out come the Flames. Cahoots with the opportunity to come forward. He's got Hemmings in support. Doesn't need him. Goes for the big shot all the way over, and it's back out the zone. And Cavetton's under pressure from Rand. And again, those two are going to go into a bit of a battle tonight. The Flames work it in. Reynolds and Selby on the back foot with Opatovsky following in. And the two of them have got to get this one out because they're in danger here. Opatovsky, and it's a penalty on the play by Pickett. It's a call on Opatovsky here. Going to be interesting what he's going for. 2 minutes for boarding, I'm going for. No, the cross check.
Wow. Again, the referee at centre ice picking up a big call. Sometimes I do wonder whether having 4 men out there helps, but obviously the referees like it because it gives them an extra insurance policy if they do miss something.
It's nice when you see the trails get called. You do see it quite often, the official behind the play making the call rather than the guy into it, because he just sees it from a different angle, and that can make all the difference. Bison power play opportunity though, and the first thing the Flames do is have to put themselves on the back foot because Melacarino trying to turn it in against Dixon there, and the two men are under pressure, but London should get the clear out. He doesn't. Turn over in front for Karpov, and the Basingstoke Bison have taken the lead here. It's an opportune moment for Thomas Karpov, but he saw it and he grabbed it, and with 11:50 gone in the first period, it's Thomas Karpov on the power play. It's not exactly how the script should be written for a power play goal, but who cares? The Bison are 1-0 in front.
That's a terrible play by London. He got the puck behind the net. Rather than just giving himself that little bit more of an angle, he tried to throw it down the ice, and it hit the side of the net and lands right in front of Rockman. What a mistake by London.
What a mistake indeed, and we talk about those crucial moments. Hey, Jez has been here many a time. He shouldn't be making errors like that. But unfortunately for the Flames, it does. And the worst guy you want to see getting a wraparound on the net probably in the league at the moment is Thomas Karpov, because he's just scored them for fun and he's lived up to his expectations. Going on the first line All-Stars, he really has produced for the Bison.
He has, yeah, and you can't give him an opportunity like that in front of goal, because Rockman at the end of the day thought the puck had been cleared.
And another one there where Skins loses it around the backboard with Joey Baird. Going to get the turnover in. Longstaff goes down, no call on the play. Longstaff, he might have a trophy in his pocket at the moment. He's getting no support from these officials. There's a layoff though to Hemmings. Great step on the play as Chin and Rand come forward. Rand under a lot of pressure. A poor pass back from Chin there. Slightly behind him, trailed him and lost all momentum. And Dixon now tries to work this one out, but he's under pressure from Rand and Connolly, and surely the whistle's going to go there, yeah, very quickly.
It'll be interesting to see how Guildford come back into this, because they have actually been the better side at holding the puck in the end zone. But I don't know, it's such a strange play by London. I can't understand why he didn't give himself more of an angle to get rid of that puck.
Longstaff just going off a little uneasily there. He's not looking perfect. He doesn't look very happy with it all, so interesting to see how that one pans out. Obviously, you don't want to lose your big players in the game, so you want to see the big guys turn up at 100%. I think he's just gone off down there for a little bit of a break, so
he's another year older as well, which doesn't help.
We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, the Flames will now try and come out of it. And again, bad bounce off the board. Melacarino trying to get the sniff, the high play there coming in. And straight away, Karpov goes in the battle into the corner there with Kavetan. Not afraid to mix it. Tries to get the come out. Great play there by Hemmings just to get a stick on the play and break it up.
Yeah, good play in the Guildford end again by Hemmings. He's done a good job at breaking that play up, because you don't want to let Karpov step out with the puck like that.
Long with the pass on. Karpov dances round Kavetan, might have support. Great play by Savage coming across on the trail to break that one up. Still the Bison have it as Melacarino tries to dump it in the zone instead. Opatowski will have it here on the near side.
Again, it's just getting the sticks in the lane for Guildford. You can't let the Bison give him that much space, especially with people like Karpov who can dangle the puck as well as he can, and just creates his own space. And Guildford doing a good job. Savage that time getting his stick in the lane.
Look at those Telford fans, they're all happy over there. They're all in their orange.
Bless them. Bless them. Jeff Bowley on the end there, just out of hospital as well.
What did he have?
I'm not actually overly sure, but he really wasn't very well at one point, and it's good to see him back in an ice rink.
Glad to see him here indeed. The Bison winning the draw, and Greener's trying to step around. That will come in on Rockman's net, and the former Slough netminder very quick to drop on that one there.
Yep, can't be giving those chances up. Guildford aren't protecting their goalie. They're throwing bad passes in behind him. They're throwing bad passes across the crease, and you can't do that with a team like the Bison.
It's interesting, just seen Neil Lydiard come out on the ice. I think that's his first shift tonight. He's not really iced a lot for the Flames in recent weeks, and a lot of their fans have been complaining. Another man who's in a similar situation, Rick Skeen, and at the end of the day, it's bodies, it's extra men on the ice.
Yeah, I think Lids took maybe 2 shifts in the second leg of the quarter-final last week in Guildford.
And really, he's someone that you'd want to turn to in these moments. But Paul Dixon obviously has his feelings, he has his fears about what he wants and what he wants guys to do, and that's exactly it as the Flames now try and regroup. Come out the other way. Rand with the big check there on Duggan, and it's Van Trober, smooth skating Van Trober, but poor stick skills turns it over, and Christopherson spots a bit of open ice and a play off the official as well. Christopherson on the wraparound, London with the shot, Skins with the save in front there, Chin just taking the man out on the play as well. London still got it, it's still in there, going to be a chance for a tip, and it is, and who else could it be but Marcus Christopherson? He puts it away there, the chance came out in front. It was a big rebound off Dean Skins, the Bison defence didn't do their job. Skins is looking at the official, but Christopherson picked up the pieces. 14-7 gone here in the first, and the Flames have brought it back level.
Yeah, I think Skins was looking maybe for a little bit of goaltender interference, but I don't think it was. The original shot came in from London from the point, a tone in from Mizera for the Bison goal. It didn't even make it through the Skins, it cannoned off a few legs, and Christopherson was Johnny on the spot to put it home.
He didn't do many of them in Manchester. When he was at Manchester and scored all his points, you look at that year, 112 points, 62 goals and 50 assists. This year he's way down.
Hello, here comes Long.
Here comes Long with a chance,
Great
and
save.
Rockman having to come up with a big save. I go to the stats and players start doing things on the ice. This is not happening all weekend long.
It's just not hockey, is it?
Not fair. They need a break. They need at least 5 minutes to build it in. But no, Christopherson at the end of the day only 30 goals, 14 assists for him. A poor turnaround this year for Kristoffersson, but big game players come up with the big goals.
They do come up with the big goals, but you have a look at that season he had in Manchester and who was on his line. Oh, certain number 9 by any chance?
And a certain number, Mr. Cuppy, I can't remember his number, but here he comes dancing forward again. He's got his tail up, lays it off to Duggan, maybe a chance at the back door. Kristoffersson down on the ice again, Longstaff in behind, gets the layoff, Lundin with the shot. Oh, Skins can't get a hold of it, and it's right in front of him there. And 2 or 3 times he made a little grab at it and didn't get hold of it.
That's not the Dean Sims that I've watched this season. He looked like he was panicking on that play there. The puck's cannoning around in his feet, he doesn't know where it is. Goes for one grab, goes for a second grab. And lucky for the Bison that didn't drop in favour for Kristoffersson, because he's just shown that he can sniff around and pick up a nice little garbage goal.
Hey, they're the best goals, aren't they?
Hey, they all count. I'm forever having to go at my defenseman for clearing the trash out of the way.
Reynolds then gets the draw win, and the Bison will try and come away with it again. A little bit of a broken line. Shepherd not out there. It's Rand, Greener and Wynn. Maybe they were mid-change or whatever. As Cameron Wynn opens a bit of open ice, and he's going to get a step, gets the kind of shot. And Rand will get an opportunity. And he can't finish it either, because the Guildford defence just got back in time.
Yeah, and it was a big save for Rockman as well. Good job by Cam Wynn there. Got the puck over the line and just managed to scramble it across the Rand.
And Opatowski now takes open ice. He's got his eyes open. He's going to get the shot off. Broken up off Selby there, who likes this ice quite a lot. Greener battling in there, but it comes back to Savage on the point, looking for the tip of Opatowski, and he actually just puts it wide, keeps the puck in the zone. The Flames get the turn through Hemmings. Hemmings looking for the shot, disappears past the post. Going to be a battle to see who wins that puck. Kurt Reynolds just having the step there and picking up the pieces, but he's under pressure, and a poor pass out keeps it in the zone with Nicky Watt, and Skins forced to save it round the post. And again, Reynolds gets another opportunity to clear and does so as Shepherd works it forward with Greener. Greener from halfway, whistles it past the post.
Yeah, good job too, because Rockman hadn't picked that up.
Potts now coming forward for the Flames, dumps it around looking for the chasing and speedster Ben Campbell, and Van Trober just steps on the other side of him, just enough to put him off, and the Flames can regroup in neutral ice with the dump on net. Joey Baird having to skate back into the corner, and under pressure immediately takes a very lucky deflection there off the plexi. That was very, very close to going out for a delay again with 4 minutes to go here in the first. As the Flames come forward again, a little bobbly puck on Skeens, forced to push it round the corner again, and the turnover comes. But only Campbell can dump it in, and the Bison should be able to get their heads up as they've made the change. Van Trober looking for the big pass out. 3 Bison players all in the same area. Connolly gets around his man, gets the skate. Chin looking for the opportunity. Tall coming up on the play. And Chin will try and work this, but goes into a battle with Campbell, falls over, and that's it. So the Bison will go on the power play. 2 minutes of tripping. I thought the Bison gave that one up there. 3 guys all around an area, a bit like bees around the honey pot there, unfortunately. But the trip came in on the play from, oh dear, Rick Skeen. Probably his first time on the ice in the game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you say, I think Skeen got a little bit confused as to who was coming away with the puck. Then it was Connolly that came out of that little colony even that was sat there, and unfortunately the trip came in from Skeen, so Bison will go on the PP again.
And the Bison do indeed. They will lose the draw, and straight away under pressure as Nicky Watt puts them on and chases it all the way up the ice.
That's interesting there. Good job he let go when he did, because he could have been called for a hold there.
Oh, I think that was well. Anyway, here comes Karpov forward, trying to dance it and create something. Does get into space, but turnover puck, and it's going to be a 3-on-2 break. Long just stepping in there on the back check, and Greener now has it. Lays it off to Melacrino, who comes in at speed, as you'd expect. Great stick on the play by Jez Lundin, who ever since that error earlier in the game has really turned up here with 1 minute and 30 to go on this power play opportunity. Kieran Long, the man dancing forward. He spots some open ice. He dances round one, lays it off to Karpov. Karpov needs to keep it in the zone and doesn't. Oh. And that's a great check there by Van Trober on Longstaff. That hurt both of them. But goodness me, Longstaff was away there.
Yeah, Longstaff was away. It was a good job he took the body, but he also took the head of Longstaff.
So the Bison having to regroup. This hasn't been like their last power play where they're in control. And that's a poor pass out by Kieran Long. Doug Shepherd having to chase it.
He's out of it on the bench down there, Longstaff. He doesn't know what day of the week it is at the moment.
So the Bison now with 53 seconds of power play to go as they come forward through Connolly. He dumps it around Savage, does get the turn. It's a great turn of speed. The Bison support didn't come in time though, and the Flames should be able to win this one out, but Rand gets there as well as Connolly. The clearance still doesn't come. Eventually does from Kveton. It comes at speed at Skins. I don't know how late he saw that one.
That's an awful one to take as well, because it's easier to take it, but it doesn't bounce in front of you. But those long shots here in Coventry do tend to.
Kveton's gone down on the play, no whistle. coming together with Rand, and Kveton is down. Shot comes in anyway, and the whistle finally does go after an offside with 21 seconds. But straight away, Kveton was not happy. He dropped like a fly.
Took a little bit of a high stick, I believe, when he skated across there.
Just trying to see what's up with Longstaff, where he is at the moment, because it was a thudding blow that hit.
He's out on the ice at the moment. You can just see it just to the right-hand side of his face as we look at him. We can just see like the graze of where he's taken the shoulder there to the face.
A little bit of a conflab going on between Thompson and Hamilton at the moment. Fine figure of a man there, Hamilton is. And they're happy not to
Exactly like someone who's just stood to my right.
Hi, John. Anyway, puck goes all the way up the ice there for the Flames, and they'll get that final kill because it's 15 seconds left on this power play. The best the Bison can hope for now really is to work this in the zone in the final 2 minutes of the period. Instead, it's Karpov who takes a crushing blow from Hemmings, and a little bit of afters between Long and Kveton there. Long trying to come away with it, and does, but the pass just falls behind as the Bison go back to its level men, and Guildford will get the opportunity to come forward, and that was poor communication. Hemmings under pressure in the zone, no call on the play coming up. So Long tries to get his head up and create something, just takes it over the red line, dumps it in, where Karpov will be chasing against Savage on the far side, and Melacarino picks up the pieces, dumps it around for Karpov, but a bounce off the board, and his skate allows Kveton to clear it, but only goes as far as Reynolds, who dumps it on looking for the tip of Chin, and again Chin looking for it. Hemmings though just takes control of it, dumps it all the way up the ice, and with Selby playing at that one, no icing on the play.
It's good defensive work from Guildford there. You know, they've nullified the Bison power play and they didn't let them get inside, which is key.
Chin with the shot in the final minute of the first period. Rand losing his puck there, so Green is forced into a bit of a back check. Great play there by Longstaff though, didn't have any right to come away with that puck and did so twice. Now Greener gets another step. Can he get himself free from the man? No, he can't, and the Flames will come forward themselves with Christopherson. Christopherson looking for Longstaff, back to Christopherson, dumped across ice. Get the impression Guildford are happy with 1-1 at the end of this period.
Yeah, definitely. You know, when the Bison went 1-0 up after a mistake, you want to see what reaction the team that's gone behind comes out with. And Guildford, you know what, they've actually come back into this game really well, and I think being level after the first would suit them well.
Or maybe they'll go ahead here because the shot comes in, it just goes over Skins. Wasn't sure who quite got that. Looks like Kahut, who now has it behind the net, goes for the wraparound man in front. Dean Skins having to be right alert there on the line because it looked like a Bison stick was helping that one into the net.
Yeah, if he just lifts up his right pad, he'll find it just snuck under there. It's good low net coverage by Skins there, going post to post and making a save off his own man's stick. But there's something going on down in the Guildford bench here. They're not happy about something that's being...
Well, Nicky Watt just shouted across, put Branny on, and Branny's not out there. Branny, obviously, Branislav Kveton. So Nicky Watt trying to direct things on the ice.
I think that's because Thompson had already turned around and said to them, no change.
So here we go, 11 seconds left to go then. Back to the point, London might get the opportunity to shoot. Just puts it on, goes for the bounce off the board. Man there is Paul Dixon. 3 seconds to go, maybe a last second opportunity here for the Flames. Comes back across the slot, but the buzzer goes. What an interesting first period this has been here. It was the Bison who took the lead. A dreadful error from Jez London, working itself out in the end for Thomas Karpov to sneak the Bison in front. But going back the other way, the Flames did the damage themselves. Marcus Christopherson picking up the garbage. And at the end of the first period, it's the Basingstoke Bison 1, the Guildford Flames 1. Referee Tim Pickett waves his arm in the air. And we're underway in the second period of the second semi-final here at the 2014 EPL Playoff Finals weekend, as the Basingstoke Bison and the Guildford Flames are level at 1 apiece, as the Flames look to clear it out the zone. As forward comes Hemmings, looks for the big cross-ice pass to Opatovsky, goes over the red line, no icing on the play, so Opatovsky will get it. Kahutz sneaking in backdoor, comes back to Kveton, shot, rebound in front, cleared up by Thomas Karpov. And the Bison will get a little bit of a come away here as Long tries to clear it around the boards.
Bit of a line change there for the Bison. They got Greener out there with Karpov and Long.
Trying to change things up, I think. Shepherd does do this quite regularly. If he ain't happy with something, he'll try something new. Rand, Melacarino and Chin out there now. As the big cross-ice pass comes in, it's going to go down as icing on the play 45 seconds into the second.
I don't see the point in changing the lines around when you're in a 1-1 hockey game, though. It's not going to change it up a lot, is it? I can understand why Manchester did it in the first game, because they needed to change something.
but maybe Guildford have read the lines, and maybe Shepherd feels that he's got a better opportunity if he changes the lines up, see if something else changes. I mean, I'm not...
They all look happy.
Oh yeah, I bet they are. I bet they're ecstatic with what's happening because you've made them make the first change. Anyway, out it comes. There's a chance for Malacarino. Fell off his stick though. Comes back into Rand, tries to sneak it in near post. It's still there behind. Savage getting the clear on the play though. And Longstaff, and now it's a 2-on-2 break. Duggan and Opatowski, if they work this. Opatowski goes wide and Dean Skins just getting enough there. There was a little gap, left it there for Opatowski, but Skins was there on the cover.
Yeah, he done a good job there. He kind of faked Skins out, and Skins had almost read the pass a little bit early, and Opatowski just couldn't find that top corner angle, and Skins had managed to get himself back into the net.
1 minute and 3 gone here in the first period of the second, and there's been chances at both ends already. We said it in the period break, we'll let you in on a little secret. We said if this goes run and gun, it's definitely Guildford's game. The Bison, we don't think will be able to play tit for tat, get goal. The Bison need to run it up almost.
Yeah, I mean, the Bison fell foul of that last year with Manchester when they got into a bit of a run and gun. It was like a Texas shootout in the end. You score, we score, you score, we score, and I don't think the Bison this year can afford to do that.
Forward come the play now, and it's broken up a little bit, and Dixon and Longstaff working that one through, neutralised with 1 minute and 32 gone. The Bison now having to regroup in their own zone. It comes forward and it's worked around, and Van Strober tries to work it out with Chin. Good step on the play there from London. London gets hit, but it's going to be picked up by Campbell. He's got a trailer, but Selby's able to stand them both up. Campbell and Doug Shepherd going in there, Holland and him, and then Campbell's getting that wheel out. If he gets those feet moving, the Bison could be in trouble. Campbell, oh, that was a poor pass. It was but that's even poorer there from the Bison, because that's going to bounce off the board, and if Holland can get there just before Selby then passes it across to Van Trober. A true hospital pass, and Van Trober does go down behind the play. Whistle straight on the play from referee Thompson.
You can't afford to do that, and with the Guildford Flames, you know, you can't afford to give them a time in your zone. That's one thing that Guildford do tend to punish teams for, is when they've got time in your end, they will eventually find an opening and score. They proved that last weekend. You know, I watched the game last Sunday, and that's in the end what they did to Telford. They spent a lot of time in Telford's end, and in the end, the pressure told.
Ooh, that was a shot there from Opatowski just as the whistle blew, as the Bison guy gets chucked out the face-off circle. 2 minutes and 16 gone here in the second period. It is an extremely tense and nervous crowd that are watching this one. All the chanting seems to have subsided as they realise that this is a heck of a hockey match, as both teams still have a great opportunity. Malacarino tries to play it forward but can't find his coach. Shepherd forced into a board battle with Connolly, and it comes back the other way, and the Bison are forced to regroup in their own zone. Taken forward here by Bear. That's a poor play off his stick, and Opatowski given the opportunity to turn and go. Unfortunately for the Bison, they got other men back in support there.
Yeah, you know, they turned the puck over cheaply again by Joe Baird, something we've seen quite a bit of this year, and having to be bailed out again by his teammates.
And again, the big ice pass there doing nothing as it falls off the end of Malacarino's stick. The Bison can't even keep that one in the zone, and only because referee Hamilton gets in the way do the Bison have any chance on the blue line. But Joe Baird's taken down into the ice, and the Flames are able to come away with it. Looking for that ice pass, there's Savage, finds it, gets the opportunity. Duggan looking back door for Christopherson. Big save there by Dean Skins.
He was, yeah, and Cahoot just couldn't get the wood on it. Here goes Greener the other way.
Greener the other way there, all by himself though. Good play there by the Guildford Flames. One taking the stick, one taking the body.
Yeah, and it's good. They kept him out of the lane there, and a good job, but it's turnover again.
Turnover again. Karpov couldn't step in though. Long had just got embroiled in his own little battle there. So now Long has control of it and dumps it in across it, and Savage will go in with Chin. Chin finishing Savage hard into the board. Bison guy making the change on the play at that moment, so couldn't put his stick on the puck, and the Flames might get an opportunity to work it around with Longstaff holding off his man. Reynolds just drives him in there, and the Bison do indeed get the breakaway through Karpov. Karpov, Long and Chin. Great layoff, Nicky Chin through the middle. Chin for the Bison, forehand, backhand, forehand, Nicky Chin! It's Wembley days all over again! As Nicky Chin dances his way through the Guildford Flames. We've seen some beautiful goals this weekend. That was a bit of class from a classy veteran. 3 minutes and 57 gone in the second period. The Bison fans are all up, and it's due to their captain, Nicky Chin, making it 2-1 to the Bison.
Who knew he still had the silky mitts? What a goal that was from Nicky Chin. That's twice we've seen it this weekend though. Someone gets a run through the middle of the zone and he's not cut out, and he went forehand, backhand past Rockman. We've got a 1-goal game again here with 3:57 gone in the period.
That was one heck of a finish, and at the end of the day, as you say, who knew Nicky Chin still had that in him? It was just weighted with perfection. And again, maybe you would have seen other British guys, the minute they get into that slot, let him fire that shot, get it off quickly. He took the time, he had control of it, took the time, outweighted the goalie and got the strike on. Now, can the Bison build on this? That's the question.
Well, that is the question now, and what have Guildford got coming back? Because again, they've had a little bit more of the play, but have conceded.
Indeed, London and Rand having a bit of a battle in there, but it's Connolly who comes away with it. Connolly looking for support, it's all cut down there. Good play there by Dixon, and then a play off the official helping them out. So Campbell will come out the other way, but back already is Matt Selby. He takes control of it in his own zone, and the pass out from Connolly into Shepherd, and now Connolly gets the step on again. And he didn't take neutral ice there. It's not been waved on as an icing. It's a long course to go in there. He's going to try and dig it with Connolly and try and work something out off of it, but instead Nicky Watt showing his strength in behind the net there. Mid-season pick-up for Guildford, and just sometimes exactly the player that they need.
Yeah, you know, he came in last year to the Bison fold as well, and it was a lot of people weren't sure why he'd come in, but with Guildford it seems to have fitted with their injuries and everything else, and he's done a good job for them.
Great play there by Reynolds, great tip there by Greener, just taking it over the red line and then gets a hit from Kvessen for his troubles, but it's still in there. The Bison are looking hungry because at the moment they're the ones who are dictating the play.
Yeah, they are. You know, Guildford need to settle back down again after that goal and not let the Bison be a call of too many men. It's been called.
And referee Thompson shaking his head straight away. He's just going to let that one go.
Interesting there, because it looked like it actually did hit the Guildford Flames skate as he came off the ice.
Look at those Bison fans. Hi, Cap. Wife's there, sat there looking happy.
Oh, look, there's my son letting the bottom right-hand corner.
There's your son as well.
Oh,
there he is.
There
Look,
he is.
there he is. Yeah.
Good boy, Luca.
Yeah, he's just looking the other way. Look, the bloke behind him's got less hair than the one in front. Anyway, on we go, and the Bison will get the opportunity to take it in over the blue line here. And it's going to be offside on the play instead. I can get away with that comment.
Because he is your father-in-law. Let's go.
Last year I made a mother-in-law joke on this, and it was all fine until we watched the DVD on the way up to one of the games, and then the father-in-law turned round at that precise moment, and I thought I was in trouble.
Yeah. I thought Kev would have got rid of the witch comment last year, but he didn't.
No, that's exactly the one that I got in trouble for. Yeah, that was quite nice. Bison with another draw win then, 5 minutes and 20 into it, and Baird letting go with the shot there. Rockman getting slightly handcuffed on it, and the Bison get the chance, but Rand can't step out from the corner because Hemmings and Savage do the damage there, and Savage is going to get an opportunity to break. Chin needs to get his stick out of the play, and he does, because Opatowski comes forward, let's fire over the blue line, takes the deflection, and Skins was forced into a save. Andy Hemmings with a two-footed tackle there, and it just escapes out the zone.
That was one of those knucklers that you don't think's coming through to you as a netminder, and all of a sudden it's on top of you, and you have to make a save.
Van Trober trying to play that one into Rand there, who'd spotted a bit of open ice. Greener now picks up the pieces. Hamilton stops Rand from going in. The Bison can take a change on some of their lines. 6 minutes gone here in this contentious second period. Duggan taking it forward over the red line, over the blue line. Broken up by Van Trober, and if the Bison get their heads up, they're going to be in a bit of trouble because the Flames have got 4 men back. That was actually neatly weighted there. And the funny bounce off the board takes it around. Karpov might not be able to hold that in, but Reynolds is. And the Bison can keep the pressure in there. Melacarino just stepping in front of Savage. Karpov holding his man up so well there and trying to work this one around. Duggan trying to get in. Karpov gets the step. Great play by Duggan. Shot off the corner where he could have gone. Melacarino battles for it again though against Savage. Big hit on the play coming in from Kvessen. Melacarino stands him up but can't stand Kvessen as it goes all the way down the ice. And the whistle blows on the play despite some gloves being thrown at the puck there.
Yeah, it's interesting there. That could have been waved off, but Guildford are getting stuck in their own end here. Karpov with good work down low. Duggan had come in and it seemed like they managed to nullify the situation, but again they let the Melacarino skate in behind the net. Big hit from Kvessen comes in, and I don't know, it's a weird performance from Guildford at the moment.
But you know it's weird. All of a sudden it can then turn on.
Oh yeah, we've seen it many times before in the past.
Rockman forced to tip it behind as Opatowski looks to take it out of the zone. It goes up,
it
goes out, and referee Thompson just says it's in the zone. Referee Joe Greener having a word.
Interesting, because Thompson points to the in-zone face-off. Pickett pointed to the out-zone face-off.
Have a little conflab here, make sure we're all happy. I suspect this one will go outside.
It's almost like last Sunday all over again. Oh, what do we need to call here, guys? Oh, I don't know. Should we get the rule book? Oh, no, we haven't got one with us.
If only Kevin mic'd them up, we would have known what was going on there. It's kept in the zone, no penalty on the play. Boos coming from the Bison contingent, of course. They'll be happy with another face-off in the offensive zone here.
Oh, year of uneducation.
Back it comes, then shot comes in from Greener, breaks up in front, and the Guildford Flames will get a clear. And it's Campbell can open those pacey legs of his. He's forced to wrapping it around, but finds the support of Holland. Sullivan nearly skated too far on him and allowed him the turn. He's holding him up well though, still comes out. Joe Greener gets the stick on the play to break up a rather choreographed play.
Yeah, it was. Holland have done the hard work in the corner and he throws a nothing pass up to the point and it's easy for Greener to just snuffle out.
But this could be a good little break here because Campbell's going to spot open ice and Shepherd's going up against him. Sullivan's there in support, Shepherd coming in as well. It's just trying to get out of there. And the Bison maybe have the opportunity to create something here with the Flames looking for a change. Reynolds, oh that's a neat little pass there. Long's going to get a step around, comes in over the blue line, let's fire with the shot. Rockman equal to it, his Slough Jets teammate at the start of the season. Both now on different teams. Rand's going to get the step away from the corner. Backhand rebound in front, Lydiard trying to clear it. Bit of a scramble going on, it's behind the net at the moment. Long once again holding up under pressure from Lydiard. Steps around Lydiard, Rand in support, Rand for the wraparound, just loses off the end of the stick. And the Flames are going to be able to regroup behind their own net.
So this is the thing with Dixon's coaching at the moment. You've got Ricky Skeens sat on the bench, sitting 3 or 4 shifts at a time, then Lydiard as well. They're coming out on the ice against a team of the Bison that are actually in full flow at the moment.
Chin dumps the puck in, looking for Greener, who goes in for a battle along the boards, and Hemmings comes up on the M40 there, comes up with it, but the Bison still keeping it in the zone. Van Trober will step on, dances round one, is he going to let fly, goes backhand, and there's a goal for the Basingstoke Bison! The Flames are going to want that one back. Surely it was a broken play. It just steps out. Van Trober, they know he's got a rocket. He didn't let that one fly. He once again took patience, stepped onto the backhands, put it through Rockman's 5-hole. And with 8 minutes 17 gone here in the second period, the Bison are 3-1 ahead.
Rockman will definitely want that one back. Didn't get the 5-hole closed in time. Expecting the early shot from Van Trober. Van Trober dangles to the backhand and he finishes it nicely, but wow, Rockman will definitely want that one back. It's straight away he looked down at his pads and whacked them in frustration with his blocker and catcher. And
that's the sort of save you expect him to make though. That's bread and butter, the guy coming, yeah, I can understand your first initial positioning is to go for the big shot that's going to, you expect to come in from Van Trober, and instead you've been slightly fooled by it, but surely you're able to react quick enough. The Flames though have it now, they're looking to get back in it, and Savage lets fly, rebound in front, Longstaff just skated the other way. If he had skated one way, he would have had that one and probably Skins would have been in trouble.
Yeah, they're not reacting, Guildford, to the rebounds that are coming off Skins, and at the end of the day, the Bison D aren't either, and it's a bit lucky that it's not falling to a Guildford Flame stick in that area. Here we go there, though.
Here we go, Karpov getting the breakaway. He's got round Kveton, support of Malacarino, great stick on the play, and it's a call. How on earth has that one been called there? Kveton getting the call for the trip. Oh, I thought he got the puck on that one, I have to be honest. 9 minutes and 3 gone, and if the Bison fans weren't any more happy, that's gone. Tim Pickett, 2 minutes stripping on Kveton. Kveton goes to the wrong box. The Bison have a power play, but I'm not sure about that one.
The only thing I can think of is that he let the original play go where he'd held him along the boards, he had hold of his stick.
That's a trip call that's come out, so it's full.
But that's what I'm thinking, is that he's let him get away with that one, then the second one coming back, but he takes the puck away clean with his stick as he dives across Karpov, and good play by Karpov. He got on the wrong side of Kveton, but I think that's a weak call by Pickett.
Flames coming up with the win though, and London takes out. Remember, Kveton will ice all of that penalty kills, so the Bison will look to make the most of this. Shepherd trying to work it around on the point under a lot of pressure there though. Still got hold of it along with Rand. And Shepherd dances it around, tries to find Rand, but it is London who steps in. Can't get the clear though out the zone, the Bison keep it alive, and then London misskates it. That nearly fell onto the stick of Aaron Connolly, and now they find themselves in a bit of a foot race, and there's no one else you want to be in a foot race with than Ben Campbell.
No, definitely not, especially if you're Sullivan there. You're hearing him breathing down the back of your neck, and luckily for him, Connolly was there to pick it up. Big
cross-ice pass doesn't come to anything, but then it does, because Connolly's able to dance it in with 1 minute 20 left on this penalty. The Bison, though, haven't been able to get a chance, and Christopherson stuck in behind. Skins is going to have to be alert to the on-rushing man. Isn't, comes back across the net. Christopherson's getting the chance.
Great,
and the Bison man
Sullivan
diving on it, doing an absolute bit of work there. Who's that? Zach Sullivan. Savage with the shot near post, ripples the netting. Christopherson back to Duggan. Man in front again. It's Van Trober this time. The Bison under a hell of a lot of pressure.
Oh, big hit coming in there for Christopherson behind the play. No call. But yeah, they are under a lot of pressure on their own power play.
Here comes Greener. He tries to work it forward. The Bison haven't been able to set up on this power play with 45 seconds left. If anything, the Flames have had the better opportunities. Dean Skins ain't going to want to see that one again. Comes back to Long. He tries to dance around Watt. Does so. Can he get a shot off? Does so. Whistles around, but because Long stepped off his point, it comes out the zone with 32 seconds left of the power play.
Massive play by Zach Sullivan there to get his goaltender out of a spot above her. Diving in front of the net, giving up your body for the team, and what a play that was. Christopherson had definitely won that one back. He couldn't quite get a handle on it to get it up and up high.
Bison trying to come forward. Karpov dancing through neutral ice. Tries to get the shot off, just can't. So Melacarino takes it, dumps around the back there. Picked up by Greener. 10 seconds of power play left. Karpov's been left to dance. Melacarino's at the net back door. Can't find the pass there. Still trying to get it to Van Trober. Van Trober puts it on. Rebound in front. Melacarino just falls off the other side of Joe Greener as the penalty comes to an end. Greener tries to work it to the net. Melacarino not there. Bison mid-change. So can't do too much about it as Campbell will now come forward with it. You've got the man in the slot if he wants him. Goes around, he's going to use his speed on Selby. Selby stands him up, hits him hard. Reynolds then now in a battle. That's Covetton, isn't it? Gone for? No, that isn't. That's Kohut who looks to lay it off. It falls off the end of the stick of Jez London. I don't think he quite expected it. It came. And now the Bison are just going to take a step. Joe Greener, end of his shift, works it forward, takes the shot that just goes up and over, and Wynn's able to step off the bench and immediately put the Flames guy under pressure. Creates the turnover. Rand comes in tight, backhand, forehand, goal in for the Bison. That was all due to Cameron Wynn, that was. He stepped off the bench on an absolutely brilliant play. Stepped in, got the turnover, works it into Joe Rand, and he did the rest. Forehand, backhand, back of the net. 11:43 gone in the second. The Bison are 4-1 ahead.
And that for me, Belly, is game over. I don't think Guildford are coming back from this at all. Timeout's being called by Guildford. And you know what? Cam Wynn, what a great effort he put in the corner there to turn that puck back over. One hit, two hit, gets the puck out to Rand. Rand dances in front. He's got the chance to give it to Chin. He decides to go on his own. He stuffs one, stuffs two. Goal Bison. And for me, it's game over.
Right now, you can see the Guildford team are working really hard about what they're going to do and what they're going to see. Because they need to get around this technical. They need to make sure they're all happy. But all you can hear is those Bison fans at the moment. So then 11:43 gone here in the second period, and the Bison are 4-1 ahead. You couldn't have written a better script if you're a Bison fan. As Nicky Chin now comes in, Covetton hammers him into the board, make sure it stays hit. Same there with Duggan. Chin and Covetton still having a battle behind the play. Expect that to go on. Chin now with it, looking to set up. Wynn on the inside, comes all the way around. Rockman works it behind the net, but the Bison were sniffing. Chin's now going to try and keep that one in the zone. Tries to, a bit of a battle there with Christopherson. The Flames look rattled. They just don't seem to know how to stop this Bison charge at the moment. And it's a Bono too many men call coming up against the Basingstoke Bison. Matt Thompson, David Longstaff making the shout at it very quickly and very early there. And that comes up. So the Guildford Flames, having gone 4-1 behind, they're going to get the opportunity. Cameron Wynn's going to be the man to snow. It's Thomas Karpov who's actually going in to sit the penalty. Quite interesting here for the Flames. Now this is a golden opportunity to get back into it with a 2-minute power play coming their way.
Yep, and it gives them the opportunity. They've just taken the time out, so they've just calmed themselves down. They came out and hit everything that moved in that first hit. Ketvin's going to step up on the forward lines, and he will just stand in front of the net. And
that's what he did in the Cup semi-final second leg. He went with Guildford having the impossible task. Savage with the shot, looking for it. Covetton just went and played forward and scored a hat-trick. I wouldn't be surprised if you see him maybe do it all game long.
He's got a good shot.
Because they've got nothing
to
lose now.
No, they haven't got anything to lose. And they've got to come out now and at least get one back before the period ends.
Kohut to Opatowski, but an offside call coming on the police. Called two of them actually. Hamilton there very quickly pointed at two of them, not just Opatowski as he came in. One minute and 43 then to go on the Flames power play at 12 minutes and 35 gone in the second. And the Bison once again breaking up. Shepherd going in on Savage. Shepherd also blows a tyre in the prospect, so he'll go to the bench because he's broken his stick as well. The Flames will take the opportunity as Kristoffersson dances and fires it just past Skins' pad into the post. Rebound then comes back around and Sullivan's able to step in and get the clear and kill with 1 minute and 19 to go on the power play.
Guildford just aren't being able to set themselves up and get good scoring opportunities. They've not done it throughout the game. The one time they did do it, they got the goal. And
now Kristoffersson takes it forward, looking to create one of those opportunities, as you say, but Sullivan steps in and stops Duggan along with Reynolds. It's still in there for the Flames. Remember, power play opportunity. Savage under pressure and the Bison again getting a bit of a clear. And Long's going to go in on Rockman all the way down. It comes off the stick behind the net. And Savage is also going to find himself in a little bit of pressure. That's good little bit of forechecking there from the Bison. There's 45 seconds remain on that Flames power play for a too many men call against the Bison. Forward comes London. And a mid-ice collision, nothing called. London steps in, Baird gets the stick in the way, and then London and Opatowski decide it's time not to be teammates and hit each other. And the Bison are able to clear with another 30 to go. Again, the Flames not setting up in the zone.
no, it's quite funny really, because they're actually looking a bit like Manchester.
Here comes Dixon, he looks to take it forward, it's offside on the play again. And that just shows how fragmented the Flames are at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they've looked that way though, haven't they, for the second half of the season, since all the injuries kicked in, since they lost a couple of players. And I don't know, it's just a very strange Guildford team this season, you know. You can't tell me that the amount of players that have been injured has changed it. I think the thing is that teams have just got used to Guildford now. They very rarely change their team, and now they lose a couple of players, everyone's just up on them, you know.
Is this the year that it all changes in Guildford?
I think a lot of money's got to be spent in Guildford, actually. You know, there's going to be a few players that are at the end of their career. One of them's on the puck now, Dixon, and Lydiard as well could be at the end. Potts, you know, there's an untold list.
Works around in deep. Selby battling with Opatowski. It comes back out to the point as London works it across to Dixon. Dixon gets the shot, broken up in front. Again, the Flames rotating. 2 seconds left on the power play. That ends. It's back to 5 on 5, but then the Flames still have it. This has been well worked by them. Shot saved by Skins. Comes back out. Dixon lets fly, and Dean just gets his shoulder pad onto that one and stops that opportunity.
Yeah, it was a great save from Skins, because it's the first time that they've actually managed to get themselves set up down low, Guildford. Puck came across, Dixon gets the shot away, and big save from Skins' elbow.
Indeed. Oh, our sandwiches have just arrived. Isn't that nice?
I'll wait for my tea, thanks.
Where are you going tonight? There's plenty of choices. We were in Cosmo last night. That was very nice indeed. Savage dumps it in around the back, and Skins decides not to play it as Van Trober and Kristoffersson will come up into a battle there. Chin going to try and pick up the piece with just over 5 minutes to go here in the second period. And really, it couldn't have gone any better for the Bison so far.
No, it's been a great period for the Bison, you know, and I said before the game that if they could get a couple of goal lead on Guildford, then I think they'd be too strong, and at the moment it's proven right.
Longstaff looking to lay that one off into Duggan, couldn't quite get it. Comes back out to Savage on the point, though he lets fly, and Melacarino coming across it as two men decide to see Dean Skins. Close encounters at the net, but Savage there. It's funny, he's so dangerous with that slap shot, but today it doesn't seem to be reined in, and the Bison at any opportunity seem to be stepping on him as well.
Yeah, and that's something that the Bison would have spoken about during the week. Don't let Savage shoot from the point. You know, if he gets time and space, he can absolutely arrow one into the top corner of the net. And against a goalie like Skins, who likes to drop down that little bit quick, you know, it's a dangerous shot. And I think the Bison players know that, and they're nullifying that at the moment.
14 and 51 here, gone in the second period. Bison in their own zone, in this cover at the draw, which Reynolds is able to do. Wynn then faces a battle with Savage and comes away with it, and will get the other side of it. Oh, nearly a layoff there by Connolly doing the damage. Men's go down in behind the play. Opatowski and Wynn battling in there. Wynn driven hard into the boards by Opatowski, and looks like that's not going to be coming out for a little while, and Pickett going to keep it in the zone as well.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Cam Wynn, some reason his chin strap just took a visit up to his nose, and that shows you how he's willing to battle. He's really developed as a player. If you think this was a 16-year-old beanpole who came into the team under Steve Moria, and he's now developed into this fine young British prospect.
He has, you know, he got his time away with the GB18s last year as well, and that was a good call-up for him, good bit of experience.
Oh, that's come back door from Van Trober. Reynolds with the shot, rebound maybe there if Van Trober can nick it. He can't, as Opatowski takes control of it behind his own net, and there you go, Kvetin is playing forward, nice, and that's an opportunity for Cahoots. Cahoots will try and step round his man, can't get the fire off. Kvetin following up, can't either. Stick down on the play, looks like a flame stick. Here's Cahoot, doesn't look too impressed to have lost his stick, maybe it was his favourite. Savage now looking to regroup this one for the Flames. Comes into Longstaff. Longstaff looking for that pass, and Christopherson was rushing in behind the play. Dumps it around the back of the net, but the Bison step on them in numbers. Reynolds and Karpov doing the damage there, but a poor turnover allows a man at the net, and Skins has to be alert.
I'm surprised Longstaff didn't try and hold on to that puck actually and try and get a bit of a quality shot away.
Bison then trying to regroup this one again, and they now finally do. Reynolds goes the other way. Greener steps in over the blue line, lets fire through the legs, but Lydiard's there to stop that one. Comes all the way out and round, and Sullivan's going to have to be alert with two Flames players chasing him, and he does turn it over, but fortunately for the Bison, it's not too damaging.
Yeah, it could have been a big turnover from Sullivan there, and luckily for the Bison, as you say, he managed to just get it out the zone, and another turnover there by Greener.
Another turnover by Greener. Baird can't pick up the pieces of that one, so the Flames will, and that's it's going to be a penalty call, and that's going to be a 5, I reckon. I get a sneaky suspicion that'll be a 5 coming up against Joey Baird here.
Check to the head.
Just pointed it, and they're going to have a discussion. And I do kind of agree with that one. Got the wrong side of him. Campbell just hit hard. Let's just see what the call is coming up here. We're going to have a listen in, hopefully. Thompson.
Just a boarding call
just
by the looks of it.
Boarding call. Thankfully Ben Campbell's able to get back up to his feet as well. That did look quite nasty. But luckily he's back up and with it, and will be important to the Flames as this game wears on.
I actually think that saved Baird from taking more than a 2. I think if it had stayed down maybe a little bit longer there, gone off injured, that could have been a 5-minute major.
I think that's what Longstaff's arguing about. He's questioning why not the 5.
I think as you see in the first game there was a big boarding call as well, and that was called 2. This one's been called 2 as well, and Guildford are just clutching at straws really, just trying to get the extra 3 minutes on the
well, at the moment they're not able to produce anything. 1 minute and 52 left on this power play, and the first thing the Bison do is win the draw and clear out the zone. But here comes Don Duggan. He spotted a bit of open ice. Van Trober has just lost track of him, and Duggan will work that one around. He gets the opportunity to, but it falls off his stick and comes out the zone, and Paul Dixon's forced to backtrack and regroup. Still, the Flames not really able to set anything up majorly. They're doing it in dribs and drabs as Dixon takes the ball. That's a great layoff to Christopherson. Can he set something up for them now? Christopherson lays it off into Longstaff. Longstaff with it. Going to go to the other side. Van Trober got down to his knees, blocked it first time. Longstaff still with it. Penalty call on the play, as I expected as it came in there. The Bison going to be under a lot of pressure here of a 5-on-3. Now the puck's touched. It's Van Trober getting the call. And it's a holding call against Miroslav Van Trober. So the Guildford Flames are going to have 1 minute and 11 seconds of 5-on-3. And then they're going to have another 49 seconds of 5-on-4 power play. And I tell you what, that's how you want to end the period with just over 2 minutes to go.
Get 2 goals here. Big power play opportunity for the Guildford Flames, and if they can get something out of this, then maybe the third period could be very interesting.
Indeed, 2 goals here, 4-3 game. You're very happy, and you're going into that dressing room on a high. The Bison falling into penalty trouble, and then Doug Shepherd getting kicked out the face-off circle. This is all going wrong for the Bison for a few moments here. And it's still in there, comes back out. Dixon with it, got Savage looking to wind up and fires past the post. Kveta picks up the rebound, gets the shot off. But Dean Skins is there with the save with 1 minute and 2 of this 5-on-3 to go.
Bison were lucky that Kveta didn't get his head up there and look at the back door where Cahoot was all on his own. If he could have got that pass off, who knows what we could have been describing a great goal for Guildford there, but unfortunately for them, Ketvan just took the shot.
Again, the Flames coming up with the face-off win then. 1 minute of this 5-on-3 with Savage got it now. Longstaff looking around, the Bison holding down deep. Savage tries to get it. Dixon with it now, 2 men on one side, 1 on the other. Savage into Longstaff, backdoor is Cahoot if they can find him. He's all by himself at the back door, fires it across there, and that might just escape the zone, and it does indeed with 40 seconds of the power play to go. This 5-on-3 power play. Savage gets held up in neutral ice, goes down, and Joe Greener gets the chance to come away with it. Kvetan's back, Greener just takes control of it, and that sensible play there from Greener, killing at least 20 seconds of that power play all by himself.
Yeah, that's good killing there by Greener. He noticed that he could step in and get a bit of a jump on the Flames, and here they come again.
Here they come again then. Christopherson working it forward, trying to find the support. Broken up once again, this time by Joe Rand with 13 seconds of this 5-on-3 left. And that's a pass into Dixon. Dixon looking for the man in support. He has to wait for them to come. He was the first man in the zone. Comes back around, 3 seconds left. Savage is going to step in here. He's going to let fly. And Dean Skins comes up with the save as Joe Baird steps out the box. So we're going to have 48 seconds of 5-on-4.
Big glove save there from Skins. You know, he's coming up big for his club at the moment. Guildford have been awful on the power play tonight. It's a 5-on-3 power play that they have just wasted 1 minute and 11 seconds of. You know, they had... I can't work it out. Manchester were great on their power play. Guildford have in the past been fantastic on theirs, but tonight they just seem so disjointed in every play that they seem to try and put together.
Very true, and it's not good for them, but it's something you can rectify. It's something you can change up as another draw win goes their way. Savage forced to keep it in. That one falls under Selby's feet, so that's going to work out in their favour. Joe Baird goes into a battle in the corner with Opatowski. He gets the layoff to Duggan though, as Duggan tries to skate past Selby. Selby holds him up though. 2 Bison men drawn in, and Watt is able to work that one around. Back into Duggan, 27 seconds. London gets the layoff to Savage, broken up by Long. Baird with the little tap pass gets it onto Kieran Long, who clears it all the way down the ice with 18 seconds of power play opportunity left here for the Flames. We've entered the final minute of the second period. Forward comes London, looks for Opatowski just off the pass. Opatowski will take that one into the corner, into a battle with Selby. 5 seconds left of the penalty kill here for the Bison. Comes back around, Kvessen will get the shot off. And Dean Skins once again coming up with the save.
It's another shot that's straight at Skins, if we're honest. You know, they're not creating any decent scoring opportunities at the moment, Guildford. Even with the power play with Savage, you know, Dixon's passes into his skates is not allowing him to unleash that slap shot. You know, that the wrist shot that Skins made the save with the glove, it just gives him that extra moment to see it, you know, and pick out where he's going to actually put that shot.
40 seconds left then in the second period. It really has been a dream so far for the Bison. But a goal here as another man shot out the face-off circle, and that makes it a completely different story, because it just changes the whole complexion of that team talk.
Yeah, it does, you know, and Guildford are going to be looking to try and get one here, because otherwise I think their season's done. They can get the golf clubs out.
Dumped in then, the Bison back on the back foot with 30 seconds to go. Reynolds trying to get away, but he's under a lot of pressure. The Flames are flying at the moment as Christopherson gets the shot off, man left at the net. And Nicky Chin is the man who comes away with it with 20 seconds to go. Tries to step around, can't get on it. No call on the play against Kvessen, he's looking for it. Christopherson steps in, great play by Zach Sullivan, staying low with the stick.
You know what, I think the time that Sullivan had away with the 20s, I think it was this year, it's done him the world of good. He's come up against kids his own age that are better players. There's a good turnover there with the period ending.
With the period ending, it was a great turnover there for Thomas Karpov, but that really is the history. And Nicky Chin having a word there with Matt Thompson. I don't think he was too impressed with that call, and really Chinny's got to be careful. Someone needs to drag him away. Anyway, what a period that is for the Bison. It really all is about the Basingstoke Bison. Nicky Chin was the man who got the first goal for the Bison, but from them they just steamrolled. 28-17 saw Miroslav Vantrova make it 3-1 before at 31-43 it was Joe Rand after some great play by Cameron Wynn coming off the bench. Right now, those people from Hampshire are living in dreamland. It's Basingstoke Bison 4, the Guildford Flames 1. So referee Matt Thompson puts his arm in the air, and we are underway in the third period here at the Basingstoke Arena. No, we're not the Basingstoke Arena. I've just got used to saying that over the years. We were in Coventry. It's the third period. It's the EPL playoff. I just saw the team in white on the ice. I thought, I'm in Basingstoke. No, this is a much shinier Planet Ice rink than that one.
Do you know, it makes me laugh. You've put your glasses on for this period
I know,
as well.
I wish Clout said earlier on today. It's 4-1 to the Bison in this period.
Hey,
that's one for all the Swindon fans out there. It's still the right call.
It's still the right call. Even 2.5 hours later, it's still the right call.
Flames then with it behind their own net as Christopherson looks to get out of the way of that one, and he does get the breakthrough there, and Duggan's going to get his eyes up and try and create something. Christopherson's on the trail, but well played Kurt Reynolds. Christopherson able to pick it up there. But the trouble is the Flames are all compacted in a little zone. Now Longstaff tries to create it. Rand stands him up nicely as Kvessen joins the play. Back on D at the moment. Kvessen, as him and Chin have a little battle. Kvessen goes down and holds on to the puck, and Pickett straight away sees it and takes it out the zone.
Interesting conversation outside in between periods of a couple of Bison fans, actually. Mr. Pearce. Mr. Pearce, yeah. Very non-complimentary on the officiating. A couple of too many men on the ice is missed apparently on the Guildford side, and the one that the Bison got called for was not too many men. Something tells me, and this is no offence to anyone out there watching, that the rose-tinted glasses need to be taken off at one time.
I do agree with that. I think there have been tight ones, but I don't think there's been one where it's clear cut. At the end of the day, they're 50-50 ones, and you want the players to make the calls. As Karpov plays it off to Shepherd. Shepherd in with the shot.
There's
Good
a penalty
save
on the
there
call
by Rockman. Penalty coming in on the players. Dean Skins makes his way off, and Van Trober takes a heavy hit as well for his troubles from Campbell.
Oh, hello, broken play.
Broken play allows Kieran Long to get in. The Bison got the extra skater out. Long wraps it around, trying to find Karpov. Karpov under a bit of pressure. Van Trober keeps it alive, but in the end is happy just to let Kahut do it. Just Thompson on the call then. Big slash on the play from Josef Kahut. And with 1 minute and 3 gone in the third, this is not what Paul Dixon would have wanted.
No, definitely not. And I honestly think as well that is the type of call you could probably let go, because it's not really impeded Shepherd getting the shot away. It's a tough call, I feel, on the Flames, but hey, that's just my views. What do I know?
Indeed. Karpov trying to win that draw there against Duggan. Duggan putting him up under a lot of pressure, and Melacarino has to go join in to try and find the way out of it. Still in there, and a helpful stick from Greener allows Karpov to go, and Dixon finishes his check, comes in Long with the shot looking for the tip, and Greg Rockman working his way backwards comes up with the save.
Was that a Dean Portman shot, almost put him into the net?
Looked like his hand was about to go back there with it.
Looked like the Iceland goalie, he was going to go flying through the back of the net.
That's how you get the flying V out. Still the flying V, the greatest play in hockey, despite the fact it's offside in the first film.
Yeah,
go back and watch it, kids. Changes in film too.
You want to learn hockey? Don't watch the Mighty Ducks, because they don't teach you the rules very well.
Just in the first one. It's better as it goes on.
To the complete blowout in 3.
Yeah, well, that can't be helped. And we're just waiting for Rockman to deal with his pads down there, just tying them back up and making sure they're still on. And yes, just go round the elephant, under the loop. And, a lot of padding going on there. What's quite come undone there?
It's not the biggest flaps I've seen in commentary so far, but
yeah, some supporters really do like to open their guns up around here, don't they, and let fly with them.
Oh, Thompson's helping now, look. Bless him.
This is really nice, isn't it?
This bit goes here, and then that bit goes through that loop there, and these are really amazing pads, Matt. Would you like a pair? I'll speak to Mr. Hepburn. I'm sure he'll buy you one as well. If I open that up for there we go. Put that down, and that bit goes through there. And oh, how do I put this on again? There we go. There we go. Oh, bit of Velcro to do up.
Yep.
Stick, catcher.
Yep. 5-hole. Yep, that's there.
Yep.
Right. Oh, good. Well,
We're ready to play again. Marvellous.
Marvellous. 1:44 then, as the Bison have an almost opportune time out there to have a little discussion amongst themselves. 1:44 left on this power play opportunity, and a fifth goal could be murder she wrote really for the Guildford Flames. Get that typewriter out, because it could be done if the Bison score here. Van Trober's got it on the point, goes to fake the shot, sets it up instead. This time, was going to go again, instead laid it off to Greener, and the Bison have it on the near side through Karpov. Karpov skates around, got a shot to the net if he wants to go for it, does so. Shepherd steps across and unfortunately created a bit of a screen and took the puck himself.
Yeah, it was Karpov waited and waited and waited and waited, but it was actually a good play by, that's bad turnover by Greener.
That's a poor turnover by Greener, because it allows Duggan to step in, and Duggan's going to love an opportunity to score short-handed here. Almost a freebie goal if he can get it, but the Bison hold firm with all of those guys back behind the play as well. Comes back out on a funny bounce. Karpov having to get it out the sticks and skates, gets it off to Greener. Karpov's just going to run to the net. Greener holds it up, and another drop pass, no look, and turnover play.
Is he wearing 97 or 28? Because that's what 28's done quite a lot this season, is the old no-look turnover and neutral ice.
45 seconds to go then here on the power play for the Bison. And they're going to try and work this one forward through Van Trober, who gets the layoff into Connolly. Connolly comes in over the red line, dumps it in with the chasing Rand, going in against Kveton. Kveton does get the stick on the play there, goes all the way down the ice, and look who's opened up his legs, it's Ben Campbell. He gets a little bit of a stretch on there. 25 seconds to go, big hit on the play on Sullivan. Sullivan felt that one.
Yeah, he's come off the boards, doesn't look too comfortable down there, flexing his arm, yeah. Could be a bit of a dead arm, maybe the elbow pad's moved up.
15 seconds to go as Van Trober brings it in over the blue line. The offside wade off. Van Trober comes on the inside, loops up and over. From my angle, looked like it could have snuck in, but instead it goes wide. And out comes Opatowski for the Flames. He takes the blue line. Got support from Hemmings, but he's going to do it himself as the penalty comes to a close. Opatowski loses it on the blue line. That was actually quite disappointing in the end there for Guildford.
It was, because he'd done a good job of getting in over the line and just turns the puck over again. And story of Guildford's game so far. Oh, big move.
Cahoot gets the shot off there, well played there. Big interference from Opatowski there, taking Melacarino out. But forward come the Flames, and all they can do is dump into the corner. Sullivan under a little bit of pressure. The boards have been quite funny bounces at that end, so Guildford will try and use those opportunities. As Savage drops it across, Opatowski can't get a full stick on it. And it's going to be Karpov who collects behind his own net with 3 minutes and 36 gone here in the third.
I mean, I think if we're honest, looking forward to tomorrow, we're going to be looking at 1 and 2 playing, I believe, and because Guildford just haven't created anything at all and cannot get in this game.
Christopherson goes forward trying to create something, forces Dean Skins to make a stick on the play. And each time at the moment, the Bison seem quite happy just to break it up and try and kill it down a little bit.
I mean, they're just getting sticks in the right places and in the right lanes, and it's just Guildford just have been really bitty in this game, and they just haven't come together as a unit at all.
Karpov goes in on the, Melacarino goes in there on the chase on Dixon, and instead it's London who comes away, but he's forced to turn back with an aggressive forecheck from the Bison. Melacarino looking for the turnover, and gets it. Long's going to get it in the net on the backhand.
Big save.
And that's a great save by Rockman. Puck still free as Cameron Wynn tries to pick up the pieces and takes a leg from Dixon for his troubles. Kieran Long there nearly sniffing in and getting the opportune strike.
Yeah, it was a good play by Long. He kept on it, and Melacarino in the corner there forced a turnover, and Long was unlucky. There was a good save from Rockman.
Greener now trying to step round his man, and he does. He gets around Dixon, gets the layoff back to Wynn, who's looking for that support, can only find it from Greener. He'll get the wheel out from the corner, having got the other side of London, back into Long. Wynn puts into the net for his dangers as Kieran Long comes around with it, looks for a bit of support on the backside. Comes from Greener, back into Long on the forehand, can't get the clean shot off. Dixon trying to get the pieces of it, but the Bison here in the ascendancy. But it does break up as Campbell will get his stretch, and he goes up against Baird. Reynolds chasing in as well. Man on the near side is Cahoot. Skins out of position, laid back across. Great stick on the play by Cameron Wynn, I want to say there, because he just got a stick lift in at an opportune moment as the Guildford guy looks set to fire into an empty net.
See, this is what we're talking about. The younger guys have stepped up for the Bison this year, and Cameron Wynn has proved that he's worth his ice time in this game, that's for sure, because he created the goal for Rand. He's also stopped a goal there for Guildford. Cahoot there, maybe just throwing it in front, hoping that Holland could get on the Campbell could get on the end of it. Good break-up play from the Bison. Just seems to be getting sticks in the lane, whereas Guildford aren't getting those sticks in the lane, and it's creating Guildford problems.
5 minutes and 10 then gone in the third period. We've got about 15 to go as Round and Watt come together. Good play there by Baird up against a quick skater. Campbell trying to get it, and there again, stick in the lane. Joey Baird breaking it up for the Bison and forcing the Flames to regroup. Cavetton will now come forward with it. He will probably go forward as this game progresses. Sullivan under pressure in his own zone, forced to the clear round. Joe Rand gets a tip and takes it past Ryan Watt, and Aaron Connolly steps onto the play. Connolly gets broken up there by Savage. Good stick chin with the shot. Took a few deflections on its way to Rockman. And instead it now comes out the other way. Campbell, instead Karpov through the check, didn't get anything on hold of it there, and Cahoot just about keeps it in bed. Gonna have a bit of time with Chin here as the Flames look to regroup again, and it pretty much looks like two-line hockey from the Flames at the moment.
Yeah, it is. They've dropped the third line, and that's a bit harsh on those guys because they do bring a bit of energy. They've moved Campbell up obviously to use his speed, but leaving Potts and Holland on the bench I think is a little bit harsh.
Longstaff takes it forward now. Christopherson working his way to the net, comes back to Savage with the shot, broken up by Doug Shepherd, and again stick, bodies, legs, whatever it is, it's in the lane at the moment, and Guildford can't get the clean pass.
It is, yeah, but Guildford aren't making good decisions. That's a low percentage shot there. With a guy coming out towards you, you could create an odd man break going the other way. Luckily for Guildford it didn't happen, but they're taking shots from low percentage areas because that's what the Bison are giving them. They're not giving them the high scoring opportunities in the good zones, but Guildford haven't been good enough tonight to actually get into those zones.
Van Trober pinching in there to try and break up the play, and the Bison have to be a little bit alert of that, but Kieran Long step back and is the man to clear the zone for them. 6 minutes and 43 go as Dixon goes in for the big shot. Dean Skins showing everybody in the crowd. That's nice for the cameraman there. I've got the glove in my hand, I've got the puck in my hand, don't worry about anything else.
Did that in the cup final as well, didn't? No, sorry, it snuck behind him.
You're allowed one mistake, you've made many in your career. So.
I made 13 of them last week. But I mean, I'm being a little bit biased here, but I think that it would have been interesting to see a Telford Bison semi-final here tonight, I think. Guildford, I just think, haven't got enough to cope with the Bison. Telford have had that little bit more, and they had the edge over the Bison the last 2 games they played. Guildford just looked a little bit spent, as Manchester did really against Swindon in the first game.
But what was the difference that got Guildford here? It's experience, and I think that's just lacking as they come in on the net there. Cameron Wynn breaking that one off Cavetton's stick. He's having a blinder here, and he's under pressure here as Campbell lets him know he's there. But this has been a good solid performance from the Bison youngster today. The Flames now trying to regroup and Savage trying to come forward. The broken play does come across to Watt as Watt turns and goes. Campbell offside on the play, not called there, as Reynolds takes it in and tries to work it out and round, which Wynne will now be able to do. Under pressure from Longstaff with the door open on the play. Don't worry about that one too much.
The thing is for Guildford as well, they had speed going through the neutral zone there. Nicky Watt gets in Cahoot's way. Campbell gets in Watt's way. It all just breaks up, and the Bison haven't actually got to do a lot in the neutral zone to nullify Guildford because they're doing it themselves.
Turnover here possibly for the Flames as Longstaff and Christopherson managed to work on that. They've been impressive tonight for the Flames, creating stuff. London with the shot. Duggan not able to get the tip as it goes into the opposite corner, and Rand, not sure who was there first, manages to get a very nice clear off the plexi, and it allows Aaron Connolly to try and skate at Savage. Savage has locked up a lot of ice time tonight, nearly a chance in the middle there for Rand and Chin. Instead, Christopherson comes out the other way. He steps over the blue line, gets the shot off. Stick on the play by Selby, helps it wide. Again, stick on the play by the Bison.
How many times have you said that tonight? The sticks in the neutral zone, and they're showing Guildford wide, so it gives Skins that opportunity as well, that if the shot does come in, he gets a better look at it. But Selby there just using a little bit of knowledge. And
Karpov with a one-on-one break here against London, gets the shot off. London breaks it up, rebound, comes back around again, and Rockman having to make the save that time. Now they'll go into a battle in the board. Karpov trying to get himself free, and he gets the call on the play as well. So the Bison will be going on the power play as London's stick comes in on the play. Hemmings does get the clear on it, but that was good play there by Karpov. Just got the body in front and just did enough to draw the penalty call out of referee Matt Thompson.
another soft call for me though. Yeah, but Karpov did get on the wrong side. London does bring the stick down for a slash, but wow, come on. Let the guys decide this game, eh?
Bison won't mind. Another power play opportunity as London sits down. Take it up to over the halfway stage, and every second that ticks by, this gets tougher and tougher for Guildford to get into this.
Yeah, of course it does. You know, there's 8:38 gone in the third period. They're needing a 3-goal swing here to even just get it to overtime, and you just can't see that. They've not created enough chances for me in this game, and a team like Guildford, you know, thrives off of good chances and good scoring areas, and the Bison have been good enough tonight to cut those out.
Bison losing the draw though and are forced to regroup in their own zone, and eventually it will be Kieran Long-All who skates it away, but him and Van Trover play that very nicely, and actually this turns into a nice little bit of ticky-tacky play here by the Bison. Long gets round Savage with ease. He'll come in and try and fire on Covetton. Can't, lays it back to Van Trover. Van Trover can't get out the skates quick enough. Shot does come in, it's a bit too late. That one will set up for him though. Lays it off Long, gets the shot off. Mellacarino with the tip, and Rockman's able to pick up the pieces in front.
Guildford's boxes collapsing down low. They're giving the Bison opportunities up at the top of the zone here to get good shots on net. When the puck's coming through, Rockman's fighting it. You know, he looks like a goalie who's under pressure in net at the moment, and he is just fighting the puck a little bit. And when you play in goal, the worst thing you can do is fight that puck. You know, you've got to be confident in what you're doing, and he just does not look that way at the moment.
1 minute and 27 left of the power play as the Flames once again get a clear out, and Christopherson will go up against Van Trober. Christopherson dances, great play by Miroslav Van Trober to stand him up there though. And now the Bison come back the other way. Connolly trying to fight his way through, takes Duggan down, a little bit of afters. Both of them trying to play crab hockey for a little while there. Joe Rand now trying to create the opportunity, but he's under pressure from Covetton, and Christopherson still gets the layoff though. It allows Connolly to come on the other side. Covetton with the big hit that Connolly took and went down very hard off. He's back up to his feet though, but you can tell it hurts as the Bison have to regroup with 55 seconds left on that penalty. They're going for the pass off the board. Shepherd gets it, lays it off to Long. Greener. Long will let the fire, and it comes off the pad to Rockman into the corner. Bison retain the puck though with 43 seconds of this power play left. Greener has got it now, looking for the support of Long. Long steps around, Baird's on the point, Long's on the point. Long will let fly off the pad of Rockman, sets back up to Baird again. 32 seconds. Baird with the shot, tip off Chin nearly coming. Long works it back in around. Greener trying to find it, looking for the support of Chin in the middle. Falls down into Lydiard, and the referee lost sight of it, so the whistle goes.
Good play by Lydiard there to get himself into in the way of the pass, and could have been a good opportunity there for Mr. Wembley, Nicky Chin. I tell you what, he looks great after his hair transplant, doesn't he? Was it a hair transplant, or has he just let it grow back naturally?
It's just let it grow back naturally, I think.
Brilliant. Yeah, why not? Rocking it out again.
Rocking out the hairdo.
It's strange because I've got a DVD that I watched, and he must have been about, what, 15, 20 years younger? Same haircut. Hairline's never changed.
Impressive. Karpov with the shot, and Rockman just able to get a glove or something on that one to tip it over. He said in an interview the other day, he said, hey, I've liked it this year. I've been able to learn that I can score goals, and I really like doing it. And certainly he's enjoyed it a lot.
Sorry, who are you talking about? Karpov?
Karpov.
Yeah, Karpov, yeah, definitely. He's normally a set-up guy, or at least that's what he was used as in Telford the year that he was there. And this year he's sort of had a little bit more of not a tight rein over him, but, you know, he steps out of the corner well, and his hands, he's got some great hands. And he's managed to find the net on numerous occasions for the Bison and score clutch goals for him, as he did tonight.
Here the Bison are putting Stuart Mogg out in the face-off circle, putting one of their youngsters out, giving him some incredible experience ice time here as the penalty looks to be coming to a close here. 10 seconds, the Bison still do have it in their own zone as Karpov lays it back for Reynolds, looking for the tip of Mogg. Melacarino collects it by, looks on Mogg at the front, still in the zone. Reynolds just can't get it backward, forward, and Dixon, and as the Flames come out the box, London has to go off cross. Selby turns it over though, Campbell at speed takes a fall. The two of them collide together, no call on the play, and Karpov takes it down the ice.
See, now that for me was a bit of a board maybe, and maybe I need to take the rose tints off, but
Duggan,
I thought that could have been cool.
Duggan comes forward, Christopherson lays off, Campbell looking for Christopherson at the net, and again the Bison bodies are in the way as Karpov clears it down the ice and forces Kveton onto the back foot.
I mean, this is playing right into the Bison's hands really. They thrive on getting that puck and just being able to play the little chip and chase. When they've got a lead, that's how they do it. It nearly cost them in the cup final against MK because they tried to trap it up. Only looking at the highlights obviously, but they tried to trap it up, and you know, that sometimes they come unstuck, but when you've got a 3-goal lead in a game like this, you can afford to just sit back, get sticks in the lane, gain the red line and just get the puck in, make Guildford do all the work.
11 minutes and 15 gone here in the third period. That big tip on the play by Duggan there didn't create them anything as Connolly dumps it forward off the board, and at the moment Guildford just look happy to trade dumps at the moment, and that can't be good for them.
No one likes trading dumps.
As now Rand will get a chance to come in behind, put the pressure on Savage, and Savage again forced onto the backhand. Now the Flames are leaving a man high. Longstaff was just sniffing on the blue line, waiting for any opportunity. As that game goes on, I suspect you're going to see Guildford do this more and more. Connolly looks to take it forward, can't jump round his man as the pressure comes in, and it does come out, and Chin will now go into the corner with Kveton. They'll eye each other up, and Chin uses his strength to hold on and keep the puck alive for the Bison in the zone, despite the pressure of Kveton. He'll get the wheel around, maybe a layoff here for Kieran Long. Couldn't get it clean, got it back the other way, nearly took Thompson out as he went across the face. Baird with the shot, straight onto the skates of Chin, and it comes out the zone.
It's good pressure again by the Bison. You know, they really have come out and gunned Guildford out of this game.
Greener now trying to set it up, gets broken up a bit of Opatowski, and forward come the Flames. A 2-on-2 opportunity here, maybe a 2-on-3. Hemmings with the shot, pad save, rebound out in front, collected by Cameron Wynn, and the Bison come forward as Long takes it forward with Greener. Greener's shot, Rockman didn't see too much of it, and just got, it's going to be a head cage. Straight away I thought he may have just got a little glove on that, but no, came straight off the cage with 12 and 33 gone here in the third.
You know, I'd like to have a little chat with whoever's calling the man of the match tonight, because although you've got guys out there that have scored goals, you know, Cam Wynn's got an assist. He's been great for the Bison tonight. You can't knock what he's done out on the ice, you know, and he's thriving off of this ice time that he's getting to play alongside the top end Brits and the imports.
And that's what you want to see from your kids. You want to see them thrive in this environment rather than shirk. At the end of the day, Cam's been here 3 times now as the shot comes in from Van Drober, and Rockman didn't have a clue where that one was as it comes back out the other side. Greener now has it behind the net, looking for Long in the slot. Long with the shot, it bobbles up and wide as Nicky Watt tries to battle for it. The Flames do get that one out the zone. It goes all the way down the ice, and it's going to be an icing call on the play.
First person to jump on the rebound there, Cameron Wynn. Going to the net, you know, people are probably going to get sick of us talking about him, but, you know, as you said, he was that scrawny 16-year-old that turned up with Steve Moria, and Mo gave him the chance to train with the Bison, and Shepherd's given him that opportunity to, you know, be on the Bison roster, and he got his first goal last year, and he's just thrived off it, playing with the bigger end players, you know.
That's what you want to see as well. It shows the Shepherd's got the confidence to put him out there and trust the younger kids to do something. It's something he has been accused of not doing in some games. He drops lines off at times, but here he's produced anyway. Bison still have to be careful with 7 minutes to go because the Flames are not out of this one. Melacarino looks to take it forward. as much as the Flames haven't produced anything, neither really have the Bison in this period. It's been very bitty.
Well, yeah, but it's the type of period that the Bison wanted, isn't it, really? You know, they don't need to go out all gun-ho and get more goals on the game. You know, they've got enough of a lead where the game is pretty much dead and buried, and for it being a bitty game, it's actually not helping Guildford because they need to get the clean setups.
No icing call on the play. It's Christopherson, and that's going to be a call against Kurt Reynolds there. 2 minutes for elbowing, I reckon.
Really? You are kidding.
Thompson. Nice stick. Okay, referee Thompson will agree with you on that one. Guildford have been looking for an opportunity to get back in the game, and maybe they're going to get one now. A high stick call coming in against Kurt Reynolds.
The way their power play's been tonight, though, Graham, it's not been good enough to even threaten the Bison. They've not managed to get the passes off cleanly to Savage for him to unleash his slap shot. Maybe now they can, but do you know what? 13:32 gone in the period. It's still a massive mountain for Guildford to climb here.
You never know. This is the sort of thing that can spark them all of a sudden and can turn them into putting in a performance.
Stranger things have happened, I agree, but...
Oh, we've seen it with Sheffield the other year nearly did it, as here come the Flames with Covetton. The shot comes in and it goes into the top corner, over the blocker. This really does turn the game slightly, because the Flames have got that goal. They've got the confidence of having put one past Dean Skins. It was a good play, worked it across, screened the goalie. Branislav Covetton with the finish with 13 and 37 gone here in the second. The Flames have reduced it to a 2-goal game.
You know what, I was just saying that they've not been able to set up on the power play, and the first time they managed to get it, shot from the outside, beat Skins up high, near side. You don't really want to get beaten there as a netminder near side, but it's a great shot from Kevin. We know he's got that shot in him. As you say, he scored a hat-trick in the semi-final against the Bison in the Cup, and it's the first time Guildford have managed to get someone a bit of space to allow them to get a top quality shot on Skins.
The thing about that was it was everything. It wasn't just getting the guy the space, there was also the bodies in the way. Dean did not have a clear view of that puck in the Bison net. You could tell that because he was ducking and dodging, and when the shot came in, he just threw up the arms in. I hope I get something on this way. But the Bison, though, will look for it long, just can't get the pass into Greener at the net. And the Flames will regroup behind their own net. 6 minutes to go here in this third period. It's a 2-goal game. Your prediction is looking bang on at the moment as Guildford come forward, as Duggan looks to get it, but Greener's there on the back check, and Long collects it, takes it over the red line, dumps it in, gets the change. Bison looking to keep as many fresh legs on the ice as possible as this game rolls in towards the death.
Yeah, you know, the big thing here for Guildford is they need to get another goal quickly to make this a game.
And there's possibly the chance, because Shepherd, it was a poor pass on there by Karpov. Shepherd was trying to skate into the slot and try and create something. He's still got it though, he's still got it behind the net. Lydiard and him will go into a battle in the corner, bit high on the play. Shepherd just keeping his lid on. Melacarino looks to work it around, trying to find some sort of support, goes it himself instead. And Greg Rotman comes up with the big blocker save.
Yeah, good play by Melacarino down low there, managed to wheel out in front, good quality shot. Rotman fought it off, put it into the net and behind. Face off will be to his right. But it's like, can you see Guildford getting another goal? Yeah, maybe you can, but I still don't see him winning the game. It's getting into the Bison head though. If they can get another goal.
That's it. If you get in the Bison head, you get another goal, all of a sudden you've churned. You've got all the enthusiasm of the fact you've turned over a 2-goal deficit to a 1, and then it's any old funny bounce, it's any old glove. Baird keeping that one in for the Bison as Dixon and him go into a little bit of a battle, and the Flames now come out with it. Cross-iced, Baird on the back foot, having to skate after that one, looks for the support of Selby. It comes, Covetton and Baird get tangled behind the play, no call from either of them, and the Chin now under pressure against the boards as Watt looks to keep it in. He can't, Connolly comes out of it, goes up against London, and the Flames are all of a sudden looking hungry and winning those pucks. Dixon now looks to come forward, doesn't get over the red line, no icing on the play though. Duggan now looks to try and work this one around and create something. He's under pressure from Greener, could have been a hold there, no call on the play. Duggan still got it, works it back, London at the point with the shot, and Dean Skins sees that one all the way.
Again, no traffic in front from Guildford. If they get some bodies in front like they did for the first goal in the first period, maybe you can see them overturning this deficit, but 4.5 minutes left in the game. They've got no timeout either because they've already taken that. Bison are holding all the cards at the moment.
Everybody's doing the conga apparently. Oh, there they are, look, just down below us. They're all doing the conga. There's lots of animals. They're all on safari. There they go, look.
Those right there are Milton Keynes season ticket holders from the season.
Very nice indeed. They've got used to this place this year. Kieran Long now gets the chance to come away with it. He's under pressure from 3 Guildford players. As the Bison will try and keep this one in. They're going to battle for it behind the net. Joe Greener just can't get there. Wynn steps across. Christopherson forced to take a dangerous stick in front of the net. And Christopherson and Greener get combined. Wynn steps in. Now the Flames get a 3-on-2 break, but what a stick on the play by Van Trober.
Yeah, it's a good play by Van Trober there. Guildford looked a bit threatening coming across halfway, but again, the neutral zone clogged up.
Malacarino steps across to try and stop Campbell, but can't. But instead it's Joseph Good who does. His own teammate Campbell had a head of steam up, couldn't get going. Baird now working it with Reynolds behind the net, and they all take it forward. Malacarino goes into a battle along the boards there. They're going to fight for that one. Karpov gets the other side of it, not offside on the play. He'll get a chance to go forehand, backhand shot. Saved by Rockman. Slot comes back out into the point with 3 minutes and 30 to go here. The Bison will be happy to keep as much of the puck in this zone as possible as Malacarino and Karpov try to fight it out. Goes against the boards. Savage battling for it with Watt. Eventually it does come all the way out, but no Flames player there. The Bison can regroup.
Ketvin's the only one coming out as well on the forecheck, so Guildford look a little bit spent for me.
Poor pass on there allows the Flames to regroup it in their own zone as we enter into the final 3 minutes. Duggan coming off the bench. He'll look to get round Sullivan. It looks like he's got a step on him. Sullivan just getting the stick in the way twice there to hold it up. The Bison under a little bit of pressure on their own zone. Joe Rand gets the clear, and a poor play there by Lydiard, who then holds up Chin. Chin will follow in on London, making sure he does the damage as Duggan gets another step away again. Campbell, they've got the speedsters out at the moment, the Flames trying to create something.
They are, but if you look at it, the Bison are the ones that have done the basics in this game, and that's paid off. Guildford have been really bitty in their own end. They've not protected the net. You know what? That's why the Bison are going to end up winning this game.
Duggan dumps it in, looking for the support of Campbell with 2 minutes and 20 to go. Flames still with it. They're going to rotate this one around. The men are pushing forward. Cahut's going to come in on the near side. Bison men under pressure, still get the clear. And Cameron Wynn's going to get a bit of a heads-up play against a tiring Tommy Duggan. Wynn comes in, lays it off neatly for the shot. Rockman, it's gone behind him, and it's going to go in, and it's pointed in. And the Bison fans can start celebrating. Greg Rockman not able to get a clean piece of the puck. Greener and Wynn following it in. And the Bison fans can probably start their celebrations now with 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the third. The Bison have gone 5-2 ahead.
There's no probably about it, and yet again, who's the man that's created that opportunity? It's Cameron Wynn. He skates in over the zone, he makes a great pass back to Greener. Greener fires it on net, it goes through Rockman's pads. Wynn tries to get there, Rockman tries to get there, Greener eventually does before the net gets knocked off. Do you know what? This final tomorrow could be very, very interesting if Manchester have gone home.
Yes, indeed, and I saw the bus outside. It just depends where they go. But what about Rockman there? That's 2 through the 5-hole. That one he had no clue about, got no support on, and you do feel slightly sorry for him really on that in the end.
Yeah, you do. I mean, if you don't get the squeeze on the pads and the puck trickles through, you're not going to know that it's gone through you because you can't feel it in between your legs.
And how many more times have you seen an official, when it was a one-man system, would have blown up straight away there? He's seen the save. The official's on the backhand side of it, and he can see the puck's free.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and that's where the two-man system comes in really well.
Karpov now looks to take it forward again. Could the Bison have more? Karpov tries to step round Lydiard. Selby collects it on the red line. And the Bison work it forward. Karpov in there with Savage, throws him into the boards. No overtime for the Bison. Mother look, stranger things have happened. And Christopherson goes down and neutralised. Reynolds collects. The Bison just need to take a hold of this now and just need to play sensible. 2-on-2 break. Malacarino with the shot. Rockman gets a stick up to it as he goes up into it, and look at the Bison contingent. The most they've ever brought to Coventry. Hundreds more have tried to buy standing tickets, but they're all up and in appreciation of their side.
Yeah, they are, you know, and it's been a long wait for the Bison fans. Some couldn't hold on that long. But you know what? Fair play to the Bison. They've had a great season, and Doug Shepherd's been at the heart of that with his coaching this year.
Joe Baird in and around the back end and tries to create something. The Flames, Chin steps in on it. Chin gets the layoff for Aaron Connolly. Oh, nearly putting more salvage into that one as we enter in to the final minute of this. It's a little bit dead at the moment. Obertovsky tries to come in, broken up by Connolly. Chin with the check on Duggan, and showing that the hits are throwing until the end of the game here. Hey, I tell you what, people wrote this Bison team off at the start of the year. I don't think people would have had, I will be honest, I didn't expect the success that they've had.
The thing is, at the start of the year, we were talking about we couldn't understand where the secondary scoring was coming from. And Connolly stepped up to the plate big time on that. Carino's been in there as well. We didn't expect Karpov to get the goals that he's got. Obviously, Miller leaving halfway through the season was a big thing for the Bison. But they managed to recruit Kieran Long, and his return's been a good return for the time that he's been there.
He's also found there's always a saying that a lot of times you can build teams with locksmiths, but sometimes you need a plumber. And I think that's what guys like Michael Wales have done, for example. They don't want to be the hero, they don't want to be the superstar. What they want to do is just work hard for the team and get the results.
Yeah, and that's something that the Bison have managed to do this year. Yes, some fans will sit there and say it's not been clinical hockey from the Bison all year long, but it's been effective hockey. And at the end of the day, wins put bums on seats, and that's what the Bison have managed to do this season. So, fair play to them. They've got to another final, and it's at the expense of the Guildford Flames.
Oh, that one came off the near side netting as Kveton looks to get the shot off, and that one disappears high, wide, and handsome up into it as we enter the final 10 seconds of this period, of this game, really.
Still, at least if the weather's nice tomorrow, the Guildford fans can give their tickets over, no doubt as they will, to people that want them, and the Guildford players can go and play on a nice little golf course, maybe in Sunningdale, somewhere like that,
Join Tommy Watkins there, can't they?
Yeah, they can. All right. Nice, thanks very much.
It's been a good performance from the Bison this evening. In some ways, it's been a great performance from the Bison, because this is a moment to salvage for the Bison. Tomorrow's final does see the top two in the league collide in what should be an absolute cracker of a match. Goals in this period came from Branislav Kveton. He kept those Guildford hopes alive, but they were extinguished in the final few moments when Joe Greener got the finish. But that doesn't tell the true story of a fine performance from the Bison. The Guildford Flames simply outclassed this evening. The final score, the Basingstoke Bison 5, the Guildford Flames 2.
Well, that was a clinical performance of hockey there from Basingstoke, running out 5-2 victors over the Guildford Flames. Now, was it a case of that Basingstoke were excellent, or Guildford just didn't turn up?
Guildford, for me, didn't turn up. Bison were clinical, I'll say that. Guildford really didn't turn up. They didn't pose any danger to the Bison net. They created their own downfalls down low in their own end, and the Bison quality shone through in the end, and they ran out 5-2 winners.
Let's look at the man of the matches very quickly. In a game where you concede 5 goals, it's very sort of strange that D-Man picks up the man of the match award. Guildford had that with Jez London, but actually, you know what, he was probably the best of their defensive unit tonight. Yeah,
he was solid, apart from their mistake for obviously the first goal, but then he created Guildford's equaliser, throwing the puck on net for Christopherson to fire home. Can't really argue with their man of match choice, really.
And for the Basingstoke Bison, someone rolled back the clocks today. I shouted Wembley when he scored that goal and he danced through. Nicky Chin getting the man of the match, and it was a fine performance from the captain. Yeah,
you know what? You need your captain to stand up and be counted, and he's done that all season long. It's almost been a new Nicky Chin, He's turned up in Basingstoke after his year away with MK, and he's been a different player. He's not been the player that turns the puck over in the neutral zone. He's scored goals this season. He's got a lot of points. But you know what? There's someone else we could have looked at for that man of the match, I believe, and he's been a bit of an unsung hero. And I think mainly Cameron Wynn tonight was fantastic. He's been allowed in the last couple of weeks to play his own game, whereas he's been stuck on the third line and he's had to be that grinding forward and go out there and win the puck back for the Bison. Tonight he got to play with Shepherd and Greener, and he shone through tonight. Big assist on Rand's goal, big hits in their end. And it was a great game from Cam Wynn, and you couldn't really look past him for me for man of the match.
Definitely was there from Cam Wynn, a really fine performance, and I'm very happy to say my prediction was dreadful and terribly wrong. His one was correct though, so sort of all swings and roundabouts. How does this pan out for tomorrow? Because if you take the two performances from the two sides today, would you say the Bison are just edging it at the moment, or do you just write that all off tomorrow?
I think the way you look at it is, can the Phoenix be that bad 2 days running? I don't think they can. The big thing for me is the travelling. Bison, we've just heard, are going home. They're not staying here. Have Manchester gone back to Manchester? Have they stayed here? There's a bus journey for both teams tomorrow, but I don't think Manchester can be that bad. I think it's going to be a real tight game of hockey tomorrow. I wouldn't want to make a prediction tonight on it, but you know what, it's going to be a tight game for me.
You know what, I need to go get some liquid down me. I need to go have a little thought about this over my friend Mr. Foster's, really, and see what we can come up with on that one. Thank you very much, of course, for tuning in to this, the second semi-final. And I'll turn over to Disc 3 to see how it all panned out in the 2014 EPL Playoff Final.
They're going to be a chance for it here, and it is! Nicky Shinn through the middle, Shinn for the Bison, forehand, backhand, forehand, Nicky Shinn! It's gone behind him, and it's going to go in and it's pointed in, and the Bison fans can start celebrating.